We have a dog.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 28 of the Final Pages gaming-related show. Shit, I fucked that up. Gaming-related's the Final Pages. That's what it is. So happy to have you all. Hamish is back. He had a birthday, and we're not going to fault him for missing D&D for a birthday. I'm sure he had a good time. Thanks for everyone who hung out last night when we prepared some maps, and I hope you have a good time with us tonight. I want to talk about a couple things first. I changed up some point values. I fixed the whole naming thing, but I do want you naming characters, NPCs. That's fun. I want to distinguish the difference between naming characters and creating a character. Creating a character is the one that was super expensive, and those that cash that in, I'm still creating those characters for you. Naming is more like a random NPC. It doesn't have as much oomph to it, and we might kill them very quickly. So, with that being said, let's say hi to our players. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. So, Toxin, how was it? How was birthday?
It was a party. It was everything I ever dreamed it would be. To Diablo fans, I got this from my wonderful sweet wife.
Nice.
If you know who this is, type it in chat or something. I don't know. Want to
Zelda.
apply? All right, I would like to vote ban default.
Did I get it right? Was it Zelda?
So wrong. Just
oh,
so
sorry.
wrong.
I get them confused all the time. It was Link.
And yeah, it is how it. Yeah, that is my dream. But no. It was a good time. It was fun. Went to a play, hung out with my parents, and yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, good, man.
It was a party. Oh, and I took work off, so even better.
Yeah. The best. Well, cool. Well, we missed you. Nothing big happened last week, I would say.
Don't lie to me.
We have a dog.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
And him and Sil are chilling. His name is Dankum, right?
Wait. Him and Sil are chilling?
You'll see. The dog can talk. It's a talking dog. What was the name?
Okay, all right. What are we on Scooby Doo or are we on Scrappy Doo? Because those are very different ends of the spectrum for talking dogs.
Frank Dinkum.
What?
He seems more like the type of dog that we really want to be a person so that he can be killed with justification.
Yeah.
Because I would feel bad about kicking a dog off the ship, but I want to kick him off the ship. That's the kind of vibe I'm. Can you define that in the Scrappy Scooby?
Yeah, that's Scrappy. Yeah.
That's Scrappy.
Okay.
There
Wow.
you go.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Ham's a hunter and he's got no problem with animal cruelty. So,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
a
cool.
joke.
No. What was the name again? I forgot. What was it?
Frank Dankum.
Yeah.
Is
Frank
that really the name of the?
Dankum.
Cranky Danky.
Frank
Yep.
Dankum. All right.
I
Cool.
thought it was Rank Dankum.
I don't know. Anyway, Dirty Rollers, hello, good evening, and everyone else who's hanging out with us tonight. Hello. Let's get started. Ready check, everybody. Oh yeah,
Ready.
Leon hasn't said a word. That's because. Thank you, Soren. That's because Leon is late, and when Leon gets here, hi, Lady Mustela. Then Leon will talk, but until then, you get to stare at his face. So let's find out what happened.
There I will.
All right.
Previously on the final pages, it is said that a superhero is only as good as their villain. Superman has Lex Luthor. Pretty cool, right? Batman has the Joker. Hell yes. Meanwhile, lesser-known hero, matter-eating lads' most notable villain is a full-grown adult man who calls himself Prince Evilo. Why is he lesser known? One theory is that his villain is so lame, no one remembers him. For example, I literally just said his name, and you are already struggling to remember who we are talking about. So, imagine my pure joy to recap for you the badass villain chasing our heroes. A giant ball of dark, roiling evocation magic soaring through the sky so fast it outpaced our party's airship. its face a mask of skull and horns. A billowing black cloak hung from this creature's shoulders, reminiscent of the Reaper here to collect our souls. A multi-planar bounty hunter of sorts tasked with erasing any trace of former iterations of the world. This Harbinger's name, a title worthy of remembering. His name is... never mind. Our heroes killed him. I mean, his name was Death Justice. I know, right? What a cool name. But I suppose it's for the best, seeing as our group of lovable idiots don't have a name of their own yet. We wouldn't want a villain that is more memorable than our heroes. That would be awkward. That's what we call in the business a Mr. Glass scenario. Anyway, our adventurers also picked up Tyler Durder and the other lizard folk. Now, back to the show.
All right. That Mr. Announcer guy needs to get beat up again. Remember when that happened? Can we bring that
Yeah.
back, please?
Nah, probably a team up in the future. Probably no more fighting or beating up the announcer guy. Just like a team up.
Right on. Well, welcome back. We are currently flying high in the sky. And we're heading northwest as there was another shooting star. And it landed off into the horizon. And your crew kind of feels like Gaff did it on purpose. What the hell? Did what on purpose?
I was gonna say, are we summoning demons in Stodia Hall?
Oh,
No.
yeah. Anyone want to explain what happened there?
Yeah. So,
I'll figure it out. I'm just
Well,
gonna keep going.
okay.
No.
I
I'm
was going to
just
say,
kidding.
no,
I'm
go
just
for
kidding.
it. Go for
Okay.
it. You,
No.
by all means, you
What?
take a stab at it. What do you, you know what?
Yeah, what's your
It's-
prevailing
it's-
theory? What's your
it's-
prevailing theory?
There was a cosmic giant that was straddling the mountains with a paintbrush, and drew a star.
Not far off, actually.
Remarkably close.
Okay, please tell me.
No, you got
Wow,
it.
Have
First
you ever
try.
played Candyland? You ever played
Yes.
Candyland?
Yes.
So the twins
Well,
showed me their map of their
It was
world.
like and I don't know. It's been a while since I played Candyland, so it's like I don't know if it's exactly the same
Do
thing.
we
I
insert
remember
our
the
cards
licorice.
into the sphere and we just teleport places?
I mean, it might be more like the thing that Mercy is saying right now, but it could also be Candyland. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And those markings are what Mercy marked on her map to correlate their map compared to ours. So the star is where a dragon was or something like that.
From
Okay,
high up in the
okay.
sky, make a perception check. Hamish.
Yes, Captain.
Well, I'm not the captain.
How does the nat 20 sound?
It sounds
Pretty
fake.
great.
Oh my gosh, it is a nat 20.
Pretty fucking great.
Okay.
Here we go. All right.
That's a good start. Okay, so
We'll start right there.
you'll notice now, as you have traveled over the mountains where Stodia Hall resides, that the world beneath you, you're high enough up, the mountains are actually in a shape of a fallen dragon, with a wing going towards the Grave Rose Timberland and another wing going towards the Wretched Ass Forest, and the head down south near Thovel and Verbrigia. There is a star there, and the twins, the Scented twins, actually showed the map to you all and to Mercy, and kind of highlighted where these big whirlpools, I forgot the name again, D&D whirlpools.
Maelstrom.
You
Maelstrom.
got it right the first
Maelstrom.
time.
Thanks. Are. Now, you have been traveling for a few days now, and you traveled over the Lafate Kingdom. And as the Genasi were very excited to see other civilizations and flags and little tiny ants being the people working. They kind of asked about it, and Camille didn't want to pull over. And I quote, "There's nothing there for me anymore." So your group continues to fly towards the meteor that crashed somewhere near the Redemption Fields to the northwest. The last thing I want to point out is you notice that the land between the Grave Rose Timberland and the Lafayette Kingdom is growing, where the Lafayette Kingdom seems pretty barren. All the fields are kind of tended to, but there's no trees. You now see rows and rows and acres of man-made forests growing, little tiny trees. And when asked about it, Camille told the story of how the Lafayette Kingdom encroached on the Grave Rose Timberland elves, and they have since formed a treaty, and the Lafayette Kingdom, mostly comprised of humans, have agreed to regrow the forest. And
This is just me as a player wondering out loud. What would the elves do if we just dropped an airship into the middle of their forest? And preferably in the middle of their largest town. Food for thought.
hi Boop and hi Puckwedgie. Okay.
As Mercy has said multiple times, let's not do that.
Boop has
But we could though.
redeemed
That doesn't
create an
mean we should.
NPC. So yeah, that's gonna happen, Boop. Now I'm working with you and Puck to create 2 NPCs. Okay, yeah, they're called Genasi for a reason, guys. And I could just show you my favorite
Ooh, that gave me
Genasi.
the heebies. Heebies and the jeebies.
Yeah. Look
Is-
at Rosie
are they-
said the
are they named-
flawless Genasi.
Are they named Ussie after him?
Yeah. Should I show you the twins? I'm just kidding. I can't sip over
yes.
these, but I will. Une the
They're
Scented.
the ones with the fire nipples, right?
Yeah. And the 19 abs. Yeah.
Those are like hot tamales.
Okay.
Jeez.
For those of you who are just tuning in,
Oh, man.
I always call them Ganassi. Air Ganassi, Fire Ganassi. Apparently the G is like the GIF G. It's Genasi because they come from genies. So we settled on Genasi. That's what they're called in this world. And when we make a campaign book, that's what they'll be called, Genasi. So, you are all traveling. And as you're traveling... What? What?
Nothing.
What did I miss? No, tell the
Just,
class.
I'm just here. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Okay. All right.
those
cool.
those abs are amazing.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you. So, as you're traveling, and I'll move us back to the map page. Oh, also, you didn't just pick up Tyler Durden. You picked up a dog named Frank.
And all of the majority of
Oh, yeah.
if not all of the
Yeah.
lizard folk.
So you all have just finished defeating this unnamed bad guy. And some of you are a little bit worse for the wear. The Genasi come out and they're like, wow, that looked really bad. We have a target on our backs now because, well, it seems like we're the unnatural ones here now. But hey, everything that you've thrown at us, we've been able to take care of, so you guys are awesome.
Thanks. But maybe next time could you help?
Yeah, no, of course. It's we just forgot to roll initiative. That's all. But we'll be prepared next
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
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 Sorry, Robin. And
No, it's good. Hey, I'm not mad.
They're all downstairs playing liar's dice, not rolling initiative.
no, they were like moving her out of the way so the fight could continue. So,
Robin's being a lot kinder than what Savvy will say to him later.
yeah.
He's not mad. She very much is.
I'm not mad. I'm just a little disappointed. I mean, I don't know why we even drill. Why do we drill?
That hurts. That hurts so
No,
badly.
because we had drills. We had,
Safety drills.
yeah.
No one fell
that
off.
Was that
No
was
one
a
fell
safety
off.
threat. Okay. Une, that was you have to admit, level with me here. Was that or was that not a safety concern?
Absolutely was, Robin. And
Right. So
listen,
if
I
we
know this
do-
is
if
only
we
the
do
second or
safety
third
drills-
day. Right.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
you say your thing now.
I was just gonna say we've only been, this crew for a couple days, and I apologize. It won't happen again.
But you've like fought a dragon before, right? Like you've done combat. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so hey, bud, listen.
Just to be clear, these are the fire genasi, not the lizards.
Correct.
Okay.
The lizards are all downstairs mourning the loss of.
Just want to make sure I
the
was
baby
understanding the
eggs
situation
that they
right.
had
Yeah.
Because
Aren't these the same? Anyways. Continue.
yeah.
L-
that was
listen,
weird.
bud. Okay, here's the deal. I get it. You messed up and you're upset. I'm upset too. Emotions are high. I think we should, excuse the expression, cool off before we talk about this more. But yeah.
Wolf, thank you for the lurk, my man. Welcome. Listen. It won't happen again. We are fighters,
Right.
and we'll keep training. As a matter of fact, we'll go do drills now. But before we do that, do you need anything from us? We understand that there's some drama going on downstairs, and I mean, do we need to do our ritual for mourning the eggs?
I mean, like, if you're offering to help out, I could really go for a sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's a sandwich?
Pretty hungry. We gotta solve this right now. And I go through a very intensive
We do
class.
And Sevi immediately ushers him away.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
we'll catch you later. And he goes and makes himself a sandwich.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
beautiful.
Okay, you have the ingredients for your sandwich?
If he-
always.
If he doesn't, I got good berries.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
Just a whole handful, right between two pieces of bread. A
You
very
will be
good berry
you will be
sandwich.
so stuffed, man. It'll be like that turkey cranberry sandwich that you make. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Well,
Man, Uri.
Uri is going to come
She's
up to
incredible.
you, Hamish, and
Nice.
you're gonna see Syl kind of hop off one of the balconies, and she's gonna kneel down, and as she's petting Syl, she is going to ignite her burning hands, and you'll see that
Hey, what are
Syl's...
you for?
Oh
You can't just be putting fire upon my cat.
no, Hamish, no, it's not like that. I just wanted to show you something. It's okay. And Syl looks up at you, Hamish, and like goes like this, and then gives you a wink.
I don't know what that means.
Make an insight check, you dumb dwarf. Make an insight check with disadvantage. You can't even read your own. Okay,
Okay.
listen. Listen.
Hold
listen.
on. What disadvantage? All right, 17.
Wow, you have good insight.
No, I don't.
Syl
Actually don't. It's
Syl
like one.
starts to purr, and he starts to rub his or her head against Uri's hip as Uri ignites her burning hands. You'll see that Syl's fur starts to glow this bright red orange, almost the color of the Genesi's hair, which is absolutely dank and wonderful. And as she releases the hands, Syl's fur kind of glows for a moment. Oh, hey, look who's here.
If it ain't the sexy man himself.
Well.
I am so deeply sorry, but hello everybody. How are we doing?
Hello.
Good.
Oh wait, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just do one of these.
Yep. All right. Bear with us, guys. We're going to move some stuff around. So let's delete that.
I'm intrigued by this very attractive Genesi touching my cat. So
Yeah, there's a Genesi that's currently petting your cat and changing its color. her color.
Yeah.
All right.
That-
So I'm
You
gonna.
thought that when you said you're gonna do one of these, you were gonna do one of these.
Oh.
And I mean,
Hey.
yeah, that's what I felt when Leon joined. So
Hi Puff and
Pretty
hi
great.
Spicy Chili 99. What's up?
Spicy chili 99.
Yeah.
What happened
Did
to the
did
other
I miss
spicy
them?
chilies?
Oh, there it is. Oh yeah.
Take one down, pass it around. 98
Hiram.
spicy chilies
Yeah.
on the wall.
All right. I'm going to make one more adjustment here. Bear with me. So, Syl is going to say, Gracias, amiga. I look fantastic. Yes? And then she's going to kind of run around. And she's going to come up to you and she's going to say, Hamish, in my world, I too had a familiar.
So why is it that you only talk in a Spanish accent to everybody else except me?
It has always been in my accent, but for a moment it went a little French. But it was always originally supposed to be a Spanish. And I imagine since we're halfway through a campaign, I'm going to keep it Spanish from now on.
Oh, this obviously isn't Syl. There's no.
No, it's me.
With our-
Okay, okay. Oui, it's me. Bonjour.
Bonjour right now.
False alarm, everybody. It's actually Syl. I couldn't tell for a second. Everyone, calm down. Everyone, return to your post.
Sodden
sorry,
Swabby, thank you for the follow. What a badass name, Sodden Swabby. Anyway,
All right, that's good. So
anyway,
you were
yeah.
you were in Spanish and then you swapped, and I was like, what's going on?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! There was no swap. It was just she had a hairball. It's common. You know how it can be.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Those hairballs can be deadly, because we'll kill you.
So like I was saying, this is very cool. Thank you. Yeah, very cool. And she'll look and she'll say, I think it's pretty fantastic that you have a familiar that you can actually speak with on this ship. This magical orb over here changes the language of anyone and everyone. It's like a like an AirPod. It's amazing.
It has been quite nice being able to talk to myself. I fully admit. Though I haven't been able to talk to her as much as I'd like. She keeps trying to get me to get out of my shell.
I
Have
imagine.
conversations with others.
Don't you have all the time in the world? I mean, look at us. We won't touch ground if we don't need to. If we don't want to, we have enough rations to last us a good.
With all
10 days.
due respect, Yuri,
Mm.
you say we have all the time in the world, but we've been attacked by two different celestial beings in not the space span of too many days.
Yeah, you're right.
At this
about
point, we all take it day by day.
that. Yeah, she puts her hand on yours. Yeah, ever since we met you, it's been like controlled chaos. It has, and I guess I haven't properly thanked you, specifically, Toxin.
Toxin.
Sorry, Leon. No, sorry, Dwarf. No, sorry, Hamish.
Hamish.
I
We got there.
walk over to Camille. I put my arm around him and I go, "Oh, isn't this a beautiful scene, Leon? I mean, oh."
Well, just through his default. I mean, giggles. I mean,
Oh,
Like,
no.
oh God.
Hey, Guru, save us!
Mini-
Something's
mini-
happening.
Oh, God. Oh,
Damn
no.
all of
So-
our noses start bleeding.
Fly back.
Cross the
Any-
streams.
anyway,
I
is it okay if I give you a hug?
I suppose might as well.
Well, I mean, if you're uncomfortable, that's okay. I mean, I'm a hugger. I just wanted to.
No. I understand. I suppose we all need a little bit of comfort from time to time. And I give her kind of an awkward hug.
Okay. she'll take what she can, and she'll kind of pat you on the shoulder as you give her a side hug, and you could see Sil from just the other side of the ship, just kind of staring at you all. Well,
Sorry. My name's Sam.
did you say your name is Sam?
Ham. Ham.
Yeah, no, we know that. We're the crew of the Dragonfell now. We were the Bowsers, now we're the Dragonfell. Oh, by the way, and she leans in close. Captain Dragonfell. A bit of a spitfire, yeah?
A little bit. I recommend watching yourself around her. She can be
Amazing. Courageous.
Words that could be used to describe her. Absolutely.
Efficient.
That is another
Successful.
word. Another. Yep.
Scary. Intimidating. Aggressive.
Absolutely. Yep. All those things.
What a captain.
But she means well. She means well. And she is an excellent captain. And she cares quite a lot about her crew, including us. Well, and
yeah.
look, I'm having a little bit of an off day.
Sure.
You mind if I talk to Sil for a second?
No, of course. And Puck wants to know, do you have any shit talking you'd like to do of your own captain? Between you and me.
It's
Okay, bye.
No.
And she gets up and she kind of walks away.
So what the heck are you doing?
Listen, senor, we are going to be on the ship for a while, and the ship keeps... I can't do a French accent. Oh, you must listen here. Don't make me. Please don't make me. Where did French even come from? It was never French.
No, it was French. You did French.
I don't-
You started it as French.
It wasn't French. It was bad Spanish.
Italian.
It was French. And
When
then
will you learn,
And then it
Monk,
was
when will you-
recorded.
Monk? When will you learn that bad Spanish is French?
Okay.
Hey, don't let
Okay.
Freshman hear you say that.
I'm not even offended. I'm going to let that one go.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Okay.
No, still,
Si,
I
senor.
appreciate what you're doing. I don't think I'm ready. Is that all right?
Senor Hamish. Friend,
Hey, that we are.
you and I, we were meant to be together. You called me. You summoned me here from another world. You did that. And what I want you to understand, Hamish, is there are more people with powers. And people with powers, they come together. You are attracting these people into your world the way that you did to me, Hamish. I am just showing you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid.
I feel like that could be a song. But
Well, you heard
No,
it here
I-
first.
I do appreciate it. But I spent the last 4 months shooting a shot that never did get shot. So I just want some time.
Okay.
It takes a little bit longer, perhaps, than a beautiful cat.
Okay.
Dwarves, we move slow.
And just so you know, Hamish, I didn't set this up. She came to talk to you on her own. Me turning red, I thought that was pretty cool, but
I
That-
agree. I agree.
that was all you.
You're right. I wasn't supposed to. I didn't. You're right. It was unfair of me to ascribe that to you. She did come over herself.
I mean, if you want me to start biting and
No, 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 no.
How do your dwarves say cock blocking? I could do that for you. It's okay.
You don't have to be doing that. You're
I-
fine. You're fine.
Okay.
I feel bad. That's all.
She
I
starts
don't want
purring.
to. I don't want to lead her on, especially now's a really bad time, all things considered. Or a great time. I don't know.
Okay.
Where's Camille?
If you want to talk more, I'm gonna go hang out with this bitch. And she goes and she like starts
Wait,
messing
wait,
around with Frank.
Seal.
Oh yes.
Frank.
If Frank starts giving you a little bit of grief, don't hesitate to just open up his chest cavity.
Okay. Yeah. No, I take care of Frank. And whose idea was it to have Frank on the ship anyway? Who wants
Frank.
a dog
Hey.
on his ship?
Crank.
Is it Crank Dinkum?
It's
Crank.
Crank.
Oh, Crank. Yes, Crank Dinkum.
His middle name's Frank.
Crank Frank Dinkum. That's a good name for a dumb dog. Okay.
All right.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with Camille.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I think you're a beautiful
Oh,
dwarf.
See now, Seal, that you're the
She
person
slaps
that
your face
loves
with her
Camille.
tail as she walks away.
Never mind.
um.
I'm gonna go find Camille.
Okay, Camille, what are you doing?
It's just ship stuff, I think.
Cool. Just like twisting knobs and stuff.
No,
Like
I'm
pulling
more
on
like-
levers, climbing the
I don't know
rigging.
where you
No,
got, like, you said
don't-
stuff and you
Don't
said
touch that.
pulling on knobs?
I don't
know.
Don't touch that.
No, not Mercy ship stuff, like Robin ship stuff.
Go on.
I'm undoing a knot and then redoing it, and then I go to a different knot, and then I do that.
Okay, cool.
I
You
walk
find-
around to people being relatively unsafe, and I say, "Hey, don't do that."
Oh, you're part of the safety committee as well.
I've given him a paper badge. Now, as safety deputy, you have a very important job. Go check all these knots to make sure that they're tied tight, and do good.
I won't let you down, sir.
Remember the acronym of hippopotamus. Each letter is a very important creed of our safety organization. Ponder them deeply, and then I
Have
leave.
incredibly believable ballasts, often perceiving, and then he's gone, and then I stop because I don't remember the rest.
Aren't those with peas?
I did hippopotamus.
No, you got it right the first time. It is hippo. It's hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus. So easy to remember.
I just couldn't get the acronym to work with P's, so I needed it to be bees.
Okay, after a while, Hamish bumps into you on the ship.
I see what you're doing there, hoisting up the thing.
Yeah, setting the main. What's it?
Did you batten it down?
I've been battening my whole life.
Pointing up to the fan behind us, that's kind of pushing us in a direction. Not sure what that spinning thing is, but I feel like somebody should stop it.
Should it be stopped? Do you think? Because I'm pretty sure it's been going this whole time.
It can't be good for the ship. Everybody knows that moving parts aren't good for mechanical things.
I'll have to look into that. I don't want to let Robin down. He gave me this badge and everything. I want to make sure that things are moving the way they need to be.
Obviously, he trusts you more than me. He never gave me a badge. Hey, all that's beside the point. Hey, do you have relationship experience?
I mean, interpersonal relationships are a thing that everyone has had a certain level of experience with. Can you be more specific?
Let's pretend, for example, that there was a mighty fine, albeit spicy elf that a wee dwarf had a thing for, right?
Of course, yeah, sure.
But it's clear the elf not interested, which is fine. They got the things for the tall people and the not dwarf the people. I think maybe I'm just not the type. So I'm feeling all sorts of feelings over there, moving on in my own way. And then next thing you know, some lady that thinks she can just turn silver red shows up and says, I can make your dreams come true. And then I don't know how to react. And then I just walked away.
Ham, this fell away from a hypothetical circumstance pretty quickly.
Well,
Hey.
hypothetically, it's real.
Just want to say
Correct.
thank you, Puff, for the sub. Love you. Love you, love
Hey,
you.
Puff, W Puff, enjoy your trip. brother.
W. Have a safe trip to Fiji. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Now maybe I missed something in this hypothetical scenario. How are we certain that this spicy elf ain't interested in the short feller?
It's just a feeling.
Just a feeling. All right. Now, I did back home. I did have a bit of a sweetheart, but that's not very different scenarios between back home and where we're at now. But I think my father taught me something back in the day, and he said when a cow wins at the state fair, right? And there's a bid. You're familiar with state fairs? Do they have state fairs in Dwarven culture? Were they in Brittle Hollow?
Well, like,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. They were in Brittle Hollow.
Seven
Yeah,
goes,
correct.
yes.
It's in the campaign book.
Yeah, 100%.
But we didn't
Now-
really do much with in the way of cows. Has so much goats, lots of goats.
All right. So I can change it a little bit.
Oh, you don't need
If
to.
a
It's
cow,
fine.
if a goat wins a state fair, blue ribbon, best goat you ever seen. You feel me? They go to auction.
Aye.
Are you gonna be content with the goat you found on the side of the road, or are you gonna at least try to outbid the city slicker for that prize goat you got your eye on? You're gonna at least try, aren't you?
Well, obviously, I mean, you don't want to be going up for some mangy goat that's found in the bush.
Yeah, I mean, well, mangy's a bit of a
No, they definitely mangy.
you. You'll kind of look back towards the Genasi that was talking to Ham.
Genesi.
Genasi, I'm so sorry.
Better be.
Well, regardless, mangy or not, the one you found on the side of the road, you're gonna try. You're gonna bid on that blue ribbon goat.
Aye.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just as I walk past him, just gonna pat you on the back of the shoulder and say, "Time to put your money where your mouth is," I think, and just walk away.
Am I supposed to be auctioning? I'm confused. Do I auction the uni? Is that what you're saying? What are you saying? All right, and then yeah, we can cut away.
I'm by the fan. I can't hear it too loud.
Good job checking the fan. Make sure it's safe and stuff.
Don't touch that.
The day is waning into night. The stars are out, and they're shining bright. There's no clouds in the sky. Savvy, where do you find yourself in the evenings on the ship?
In general, on deck, are you asking about this specific?
This
Or in
evening,
general?
yeah, or really just most evenings. What does Savvy do?
I'm glad you asked. I'm seeking out Robin because we have
Okay.
some business to discuss.
I do want to mention that Rosusid comes and says, Captain, I've made preparations in the quarters. I've moved most of my things out. Here's a key. There is a compartment in the right leg of the desk that's bolted in. I use it to hide drugs and weapons and whatever you want. It's yours. And also, there's a compass that I've installed in the wall, and my hammock, and there's a bed there. And if there's anything else you need, Captain, please let us know.
Savvy going to seek around deck for a moment. And I imagine that on a pirate ship, that one might be able to find maybe a hatchet nearby.
Absolutely.
Within like a pace or two, right?
Mhm.
I feel like that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Just gonna pick that up. There is something you can do for me.
Anything.
You can take this, and you can cut the hinges from that door. I want you to cut the door down, because we will use that as a communal space for the crew. I don't need a cabin. Do I look like the kind of person that needs a cabin, that wants a cabin? I don't. So, by all means, take the door down, let the crew come in, play cards, drink when you can, when you're not on duty. I don't care. Use it as a space, because we have enough people on board that we will need more room. I don't take up much space, nor do I need it. And any conversation I'm going to have with everybody involved. If I need to call something out, we'll do it where you stand.
Aye, Captain. Aye. And then he goes and right now. Okay, he starts chopping at the door, and eventually everyone hears this and everyone stops to watch this going on as Rosusid takes hatchet to door, and within a few minutes it's off the hinges, and then he goes to clean it up a little bit so there's no splinters, and now it's an open communal. You'll notice that this ship isn't
the ship made of metal?
It is, and that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm glad you called this out. The ship doesn't float on water. It was never meant to. And for the most part, it is reinforced. It does have some pleasantries because they pretty much live on these ships from where they come from. So it can be turned into a communal place, but most of the ship is metal and uncomfortable, especially downstairs. You have to go through a maze just to get to like the crew's quarters. But everyone just kind of gives the nod as Rosusid tells everyone, hey, per the captain's on our level, and she doesn't need her own quarters. So mind your business. If the captain wants to speak to you, the captain will speak to you. Until then, we have a new place to party. And the Genasi are relatively happy people. Holy shit. Sorry. And they do, they're lighthearted at most, and right now they're very excitable because of the fact that they're in a cool earth, a cool realm.
I don't think that Savvy would have lingered too long after telling him to like get to work and do it. She just would have wandered off, because what she's trying to do is to go and find Robin. So I guess similar question, where would Robin be?
Yeah, Robin.
Robin's hanging out with Crank,
Crank Dankum. Okay.
his best friend.
You know what?
He's taking him on a walk.
Let's go ahead and see an animal handling check, just like we did last time, because Crank is untrained by you.
Animal handling.
Yeah. No.
Nice.
He has one of your juggling balls, your magical balls, and he's currently running around the deck with it. And Robin's like trying to convert, like he's trying to use suggestion, and like Crank's not
this
listening.
this is our favorite game. We love this game. Like
He's juggling your magic balls.
This is our favorite game.
this is our favorite game. This is our... Oh, Crank, you crack me up. Oh.
Sorry,
He's
I'll
like,
mute myself.
as he's like growling and like
Oh my
ripping this
Stop
ball
it.
apart.
You swear you hear
No,
him say, I am not a crook.
Oh my gosh, it just connected what you're doing. No.
Oh no! Oh,
You're
Crank,
juggling balls.
Crank, no, you don't do that to my balls.
Damn it.
No. Oh,
Disadvantage on
Crank,
your next whatever roll.
Crank, you're wild.
It's
It's
the
crazy.
opposite of- Never
Oh.
mind.
So anyway, you wander upon the scene. Crank is
Yeah.
just going at my balls.
I'd like to say that Savvy is so very impressed with the situation before her, but that would be disingenuous. So instead, she just comes up behind Robin and observes for a moment. This seems to be going well.
Oh, it's great. I love him with all my heart.
If he bites a single member of the crew, I will toss him overboard myself.
Oh, Savvy, don't. No.
Have you seen what fantasy rabies can do to someone?
We got like magic.
I would rather just get rid of the cause.
But look at him. He's
I
precious.
did. He's not.
I love him.
I love you too.
An odd
Oh
decision.
shit, I forgot I could talk.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Camille rubbed my nose in my pee. I won't do that again.
Oh no, you're gonna do that a lot. It's you just can't pee. On
There's nowhere to
board.
pee on this ship.
You
There's a
just gotta
place to
hold it,
poop,
bud.
though. I found that.
That's right, Robin. If he should need to relieve himself, there is an answer. I just need you to hold him overboard while he does.
Oh,
Bored?
That's all.
that seems really dangerous.
He grabs her ball and runs away with it.
Oh, isn't he great?
One of the
It's
5
not.
balls that you have.
But Robin, I have to ask, recognizing where we are, as I look below and I get a sense of the area, I can't say that I've ever been this place. I can't help but notice that based on the maps that we, though I've never sailed these waters, we will soon and be over it for quite some time. Now, as you traveled and performed, are you familiar with this area?
Oh yeah, we've been everywhere. Literally, you could throw a dart at any part on the map. We've been there at least 5 times.
That's a lie. But maybe.
I believe him. I believe him. I do not roll inside. I believe him. we have implicit trust.
Love it.
Wait, what parts of the map wouldn't I have been to?
You would not have been to the Redemption Fields to the north.
Well, no, I'm more talking about like the Lafayette Kingdom, just to be clear, because we're sailing around waters.
Oh
out
yeah,
into the-
yeah. You can throw a dart in the Lafayette Kingdom. He has rubbed elbows with the 3 kings, who are brothers, by the way.
Yeah, so I've hung out with the 3 kings. Weirdly, they like their elbows rubbed. Didn't.
Never mind.
Unnecessary. I don't need to know that. But what I do need to know is this. See, if we were to the south, near Vibrigia, perhaps, I would be able to point to coats of arms and crests and flags of those who, upon seeing them, I'd feel very comfortable, well, descending and taking everything they own from them without the shred of guilt. Here it is a little different, in that I do not know these people. I do not know their houses. My question for you, Robin. Who are the tyrants that must be unseated? Who are those that ruin the common folk? Who are those that I could look for an opportunity to test our readiness as we cross the open?
Yeah, the worst of the worst is the double-breasted penguin. That one, they are kind of, they've never been a meaner bunch of people than them. And they kind of, especially the more northern seas, their ships are small and maneuver through the ice chunks very well. So they'll come out, they'll harass the merchants, and they'll say you have to pay the toll to sail in our waters. And then nobody can really stop them because they get back into the ice. So the double-breasted penguin, they're the illegal ones who operate outside the law. Now, the labradoodles are the ones who operate inside the law, and they're just like the dukes of the land that are kind of they kind of tax the merchants and put extreme tariffs on them. So it's a lot of animal themed houses up north.
Tell you what I'd like you to do, Robin, go to our lookout, and I'd like you to give him a sketch of what those house crests look like. Because if we see them, I should like to test our new toy.
I'm on it. I will sketch them out for you. Speaking of sketches, I have been working on the design for a flag that people can see our ship and be frightened.
I don't know that they'll be looking up, but fair enough. I didn't know you were an artist. I knew you were an artist as a performer. I didn't know that your skills extended beyond that, Robin.
Oh yeah, I built sets, painted them, sewed costumes, did all that stuff. Very crafty.
Understandable. So, do you have it on you? Should we go somewhere to see it? I mean, I would love to see it.
It's actually in mine and Mercy's lab. I'd love to show it to you. I want to get your thoughts before we show it to the rest of the crew. And so, very excitedly, I lead you down below deck.
Okay.
And Monk, do you have it ready
Will you
to
describe?
show?
Will you describe it to us?
Okay, so your sword, when you swung, it kind of glowed a bluish color. I noticed. I didn't see it very well, but it kind of looked bluish. So it was like a sword slapping down on a dragon, and then the dragon was falling, and that's where the name came from, right? So I went and I made a flag out of some scrap materials that I had lying around, and I wanted to make certain that it really captured the image of the power and the raw force and just energy of the moment, you know? So I kind of channeled all of that into what I would call, up until this point in my life, my magnum opus. This taxed all of my abilities to their fullest. So and honestly,
I wait on bated breath. I mean, I had thought you to be a creative soul, but I cannot wait to see how you've managed to capture that vision as a crest.
Yeah. Well, and so I hold it. It's all rolled up, and I kind of look a little nervous, and I go, well, I mean, I really hope you like it. One last thing before you show it. When I say, I took you remember that monk guy who was the
No, I don't.
Hey.
yeah, so the adjudicator of order guy who we shot with a cannon like 600 times. He didn't really say much. Apparently his name is Rastafarian.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, he wore an orange robe, and I took it, and I think you'll like this. The witch hunters, you know, the whole big scary witch hunter group that was hunting us down. I made this coat of arms out of his robe, and I unfurl it.
I do.
Before I show this amazing flag that Robin drew in Microsoft Paint.
What? No.
Of course.
Puff,
What? No.
thank you for the gifted sub. And Lost in the Frost, can we please get a shout out for Lost in the Frost? Welcome, Colin. It's so good to have you. Lost in the Frost is the coolest, second, third, fourth, fifth coolest streamer I know.
Yeah,
Wow.
real quick, didn't you?
No, he's
Real
all of
good.
those in
First,
that.
second, fourth, 10th.
Twice removed.
The reason why he's my
As
favorite
in
is
side.
Colin is the most welcoming streamer for new people to join. Everyone who joins the stream gets a W, and it just makes you feel like you're $1,000,000. So welcome, Colin, and thank you, Puff. Now, Savvy, you see this. You tell me how you feel about it. I won't tell you how emotionally you feel, but I will tell you that you now have inspiration, Savvy, for have seen it.
I point at little
Wow.
bits and go, so
Wow.
that's your sword, and that's the dragon that you knocked out of the sky,
Wyvern.
and that's about it.
You don't need to describe it. It speaks for itself. And Robin, it speaks very loudly,
Yeah.
and it does say things.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh,
It's great.
you love it. Oh.
I do. We should
Hang
fly
it up
it.
immediately. Hang it up
Yes.
immediately. Yeah.
Yes.
And I give Sammy a hug. It's a really short one. It's one of those. It's a really short hug, and then I grab the flag and I run out, and I hold it behind my back like it's a cape. Yay!
Udi the Senta is gonna lean over to you, Mercy, and say, "Oh, so the captain does hug, but only Robin? They just hug."
Wait,
I-
we were alone. We were
Oh,
alone. and
you were alone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, we
Mercy
were
was
alone.
there. Mercy, you're in
Yeah,
Mercy's
no, no.
lap. Never
yeah,
mind, he's
yeah,
not there.
Mercy's not there, I guess.
Mm.
It's
They push you out of the
Robin and
door.
Mercy's
They push you out of the room and they close the door.
Yeah.
Well, you were too busy. You were too busy telling me to not touch the fan.
That's fair.
That is fair.
Or alternatively, Mercy was there the whole time but was just reading.
That could also be it too.
Okay.
She's just at her desk, just working on things, not even paying attention.
Okay. Well, very good. You can fly the flag on the front of the ship, and it's gonna look beautiful if you do.
Oh,
Mercy-
100% are, just to be clear. Like,
Yeah.
yes, we are going to do that thing.
Okay, it's gonna look amazing just floating on the front of the ship.
And we can all see it now, yeah?
I mean,
I go, here's the new flag. I made it, and it's for the ship. That's Savvy's sword, and I point at the
No, that's definitely a ship, and it's definitely shooting something at the ground.
well, that's just me pressing buttons. But they're gonna say, hey, allow us. We're happy
Oh, no,
to
it is a sword.
we're happy to fly it or to hang it for you, right away.
Thanks.
And they will hang it for you.
Robin will stand there for a solid 40 minutes, just admiring it.
I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to necessarily RP, but I do want to stand by Robin. And just look at it for a sec.
Occasionally, he'll wipe a tear.
What was a red flag is now an orange flag with red on it. So
I mean, I bet there's quite a bit of red on it if it is literally the former clothing of a guy that we blasted to death with cannons.
true.
That red's
That's
his
very
blood.
true.
I couldn't get this red stain out, so I just decided to work with it.
It's beautiful.
Camille, you're gonna get a tap on the shoulder from Tyler Durder, our good friend Tyler, and he's gonna say, "Hey, you have a minute?"
Sure. Yeah. What's up? How's it going, Tyler? Yeah. Are you adjusting well? First and foremost. No, it's sort of a rocky start to the journey. What with the? Yeah. Well, you know. Well, how you doing?
Good. Yeah, good question. Will the flag be part of the art shelf in the tavern? Yes, we're gonna put it in the tavern. And we're changing the fire to red. Yes, ma'am, or sir, whoever put that fire. Toxin did. He's gonna say, hey, our people are kind of shaken up. Oh, sorry, he doesn't talk like that. He's like, Hey, bro. There's not enough waka in this world to settle, and clear the vibes with our people, brah. Because, well, true bummer, we lost 4 young ones, little lads. They're not grooving anymore, man. One of them is literally a pile of dirt. The other one turned into a fish. Like, there's some bad jujus going on.
Yeah, I could see how that would affect the vibes.
Yeah, the question I have for you, my brother, is do you think that happened because our decision to like board this amazing ship, is that our bad? Do we get an L for that? Or do you think this would have happened even if we stayed in our home shack?
Tyler, I will be 110% honest with you.
I just need 100, man.
I'm gonna give you the extra 10.
Righteous. Gracias.
I can't tell you what is and isn't, but I can tell you what I think. And I think if it didn't happen today, if you didn't come along, it would have happened eventually. If I'm to understand anything, it's that the pillars, my dude, they don't want you here. They don't want your people here. They don't want you prospering. They don't want you alive because you are a testament to their failures. And that's why we're here.
We don't have a casa, man. Like, we are homeless. And if they don't want us here, man, where do we belong? Like, which wave, which dock, I mean, which coast is ours, Like, I have a surfboard, but no waves, man.
You are exactly where you belong. You are home. You are where you need to be. Right now, this ship, your people, this is your home. For your grander people and your future, this plane, this right here, is your home.
Sick.
We just got some shitty landlords right now, but we're working on it.
If it's not too much to ask, per our death rituals, we need to touch water. Listen, I'm not trying to say let's put us on the ground, my dude, but what I am saying is if we can at one point we just have to just touch water.
Cam will kind of look over the railing because if our position on the map is to be believed, we're directly over water.
You are over water. The captain comes on the microphone and he says that you're traveling at about 2,000 feet above the Redemption Fields Ocean. And you'll be at your destination.
Knots.
Yeah, at 5 knots a day, I think is what Giggles and I agreed on. And you will be at your destination within 2 fortnights.
It's looking like a beautiful day in the Redemption Fields today. It's going to be making for a smooth landing.
Doesn't even have to be today or tomorrow, just sometime.
Cam will kind of look over the railing and I understand, Tyler. Yeah. Let me talk to the captain.
Righteous. You're a good man, Camille, and I imagine if you miss your casa the way we miss ours, we're here for each other. You're a good man too, Camille.
Camille just kind of looks into the middle distance for a second and then claps him on the shoulder. Glad you're here, Tyler. He'll walk off.
You can't tell, but I'm smiling right now, and he just looks exactly the same at you.
Go look for that captain.
You'll pass by 2 very attractive Janussi as they are currently walking with some apparatus that you've never seen in your life. And one of them looks like a weapon. The other one looks like a tube, maybe connected to a hookah lamp, and they are making their way, trying to find Mercy. Mercy, where have you been spending your time over the last couple days of flying?
Well, I was in my lab, but then I got kicked out by Robin. So I'm
they'll
just
find
kind of
you right at
roaming
the
around.
they'll find you at the
Yeah.
edge of the door, and they're gonna say, "Hey, Mercy, we have something we want to show you. Some knowledge from our time, and what us Genesies are known for is our knowledge. Is now a good time?
Sure.
We're gonna
I've-
need a
I've
shop.
been removed.
You know, we're gonna need a desk. Something to put on, and also some metal, which we also are gonna grab. But you're gonna want to check this out."
Okay. As we see Robin and Captain Dragon
Robin
Bell
flies running through.
rush out.
Yeah. Bye, Son and Swabby. Thanks for hanging out. Have a grand
Hey.
evening. Bye, Swabby.
Oh, it looks like my desk is open again. So we go back in my lab.
Okay. So you go back into the lab, and they put the metal down, and you could see that they bring a pail of water and they fill it up, and it looks very close to blacksmithing. What they have, they are then going to use this tool that looks a lot like a hammer, but instead of it being a hammer, there's a tube at the end of it, a hole, and it's connected to a tube, which the other one is currently holding close to a tank. And he's going to say, are those goggles shades? Do they make things darker? Or...
Yes, they help me see in the dark.
Oh, yeah, not going to want that, because this is going to be very bright. I'm going to need you to squint. Just kind of... Maybe even look away a tad.
I have different lenses for them. I'll just switch them out.
Yeah, you're going to want to switch to, like, knocking out the sun, if you will. Some shades. You're going to need to shade your eyeballs.
Okay.
And then Une the Scented and Anarol, the also Scented, are going to begin to weld these two pieces together. And what comes out of that tool is a bright blue flame that suddenly turns bright white. And as he puts it up against the two pieces of metal, you see the metal immediately go red hot, and he starts to seal it. And immediately when it's done, they put it in the fire, or in the water, and when it comes out, you can see that they've created an L-shaped frame. This here is what we call welding, and it's what we did to build this ship. It is the strongest connection that you can ever join two pieces of steel and metal together. It trumps wood and nail and screw and anything of the sort. This is what our home in our Genasi world is made of. It's called welding. We'd love to teach you.
I would love to be taught.
All right. Well, you're going to want to hold this. Also, everything's extremely, fucking hot. So, if you're allergic to heat, you're going to need to put some kind of shields on your hands, on your face. We don't need that because we're naked, for the top down. So, and they essentially start teaching you how to wear welding kit, welding gloves, and they show you how to use a blowtorch. Now, the magic behind it is a spell that we're going to call Blowtorch, and it is something that
Nice.
over the next 2 weeks you are going to learn how to cast, and you will now be able to weld two metal pieces together, and it'll be a concentration spell that you can concentrate up to 10 minutes to weld basically a impenetrable, without using magic, seam. And then they're going to spend the next couple days walking around the entire ship showing you 5 different types of welds, and how they built this ship, which is going to be to your benefit as you choose. And they're going to say, we overheard the captain saying that you deserve all the knowledge. You stood up to the gods and goddesses and the pillars, and for that, we want to tell you everything we know. And I'm sure the lizard folk here also know things from their worlds, and if we could just bring it all into your beautiful brain. And he goes to kind of put his hands on your head, but you realize his hands are currently on fire, and he backs off. He's like, you can handle this. I need you to make a sleight of hand check, and if you have a tinkering proficiency, you can add to it. If you don't, then let's just say a +3. But let's see how you weld.
How well do you do?
Shut it.
Ah,
Shut
ah.
it.
ah! that was.
Hold please, as per usual, roll
Okay.
20s. Character sheet doesn't want to let me do the things.
That was a set that made me lean. Acetylene.
Oh,
Ooh.
like an acetylene torch. Yeah.
Guess I should have
That's a-
ironed it out a bit more.
Ah, ah. See, that was.
Feel
that
free
was
to steal that sometime.
Ah, that was nice. See, we went from your really good one to my bad one to your another really good one for you. It was a nice little arc. Arc weld. Arc weld. Get it?
I love it here.
Okay. Yeah, you gravitate towards. She rolled an 18, everyone. And Lost in the Frost is paying for us to take a drink. So everyone, please hydrate up. Thank you, Frost.
By all means.
I got orange
Yeah.
soda with
Definitely
vitamin C.
drinking water.
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Frost. Thank you. They're gonna be like, yes, exactly that. Now, the same thing goes for unwelding things. If you hold a torch to it long enough, it's gonna melt the steel. Now, you will lose the steel in the process, but if you ever want to re-weld things, you absolutely can. And you actually start finishing their sentences, and then next thing you start doing is you start asking what ifs, and they're like, we've never tried that one before. And you will find yourself over the next 10-day learning all the ins and outs of welding. And you could also use this as a weapon, of course, to weld people's faces. We'll go over those details
Burn their
if and when
faces.
that ever happens. It'll be like casting a
When-
fireball in a very small touch distance. Okay. And then
I also have to roll a lot of dice for that's 10 days, a lot of days.
now, Savvy, you talked about what you wanted to do. You wanted to talk to Robin, and then he immediately talked about pulling you aside to look at his new flag, which is beautiful. But
Yeah.
what else were you going to talk to him about?
No, we already talked about it. I basically gave him the direction to go to the lookout
Okay.
and give to him the crests and identifiers of the. I mean, just to
Oh, that's right.
be
for the
direct,
penguin family?
It's basically the people that Savvy views as those worth robbing, pirating. Like,
Okay.
because she doesn't want to go and just take from anybody in unfamiliar waters, but given that Robin has familiarity in this place, she went to him to basically get a target list. Because if they do see identifiers, she wants to know that she could take freely.
Okay.
Because they do have a big crew, and they do need supplies.
Holy.
Okay. 39 dice just rolled across the desk.
I'm sorry, I have
that's
to
okay.
roll. I make potions. I gotta figure out what potions I made.
I love it. I love it. Is there anything else that you all would like to do in your downtime over the next couple days?
Can I spend like 5 seconds talking to Mercy?
You can do whatever you'd like.
Perfect.
It's D&D.
In 2 weeks of time?
2 weeks
Weeks
of
of
time.
time.
He
she gets
avoids
5
her for a
seconds.
week and one day.
she's very intense on her fire. You don't even have to respond if you don't want to. So, you mind if I ask you a question? All right, I see.
Sure.
I see. Okay. So, imagine there's an auction, and you have a prized goat, and you really want to make sure that you get the goat and not the mangy goat on the side of the road. And there's also a
Why
cow.
is the mangy goat also for auction?
The mangy goat's also for auction, yeah, along with a cow.
And a cow. Okay. And you
I-
want this specific goat?
Well, absolutely, but I'm not sure. What do you think that means?
You just takes the welding mask off.
You see,
Just looking at her.
she's just sweating. Like her cheeks are red. She's like been working so diligently, and now you interrupted her concentration.
Why? I don't understand the question.
I
Why
don't
would you not just auction specific? Why would you not just bid on the goat that you want?
That might be what he was trying to say. But why would he bring up a cow and the other goat?
What?
Mercy, you've been an excellent help. I appreciate you.
You just ruined my flow for
You'll see Uni the sentence
Go
say, now, there is a problem once you start welding and then you stop mid-weld. It's cooled off. You'll see the red hot has turned back to its normal black color. So that's a party foul.
I've walked away.
I'd like to imagine that Tyler just walks by and makes an observation. Yeah, man, that's a total party foul, dude.
Bro, pour one out for
Bro.
Abe.
He just hears party foul, and as he walks by, he's like, "Not cool."
Not cool.
You just
Sorry.
cock blocked her welds, my man. That's a big no-no down under.
Mercy, I
Not
really
fucking
appreciate your
radical.
help.
I'm not giving him a potion of flight for that.
Nice. Ooh, potions of flight. That's a good idea for in a plane.
No, that's literally one of the potions that I can create.
Love it. That's so cool. Okay.
It's alright, I got jumping.
Okay. Anything else that you all would like to do in your downtime? You have about
Yes.
2 10 days.
The minutes in which you said that.
Okay, so they just said you.
Okay.
So we are working on drills with the crew, and by we, this is a primary focus that Savvy has given both herself, obviously, to take a role in, but also Robin has, as you know, this resident safety officer is going to be involved in this heavily. We're going to be practicing special boarding maneuvers, and I'm going to keep those from you because I
Okay.
don't want you to have an eye behind the curtain, but there have been discussions that have gone on previous to this, and this is that thing we do where we tell you that there's been something that's happened and there's been a plan, you
Yeah.
just don't know it.
Okay. I like it. No, that's cool. So
Special boarding.
the DM just sees people running around doing weird stuff, and I'm like, what are you guys doing down there? But that's cool. Keep your secrets.
Yeah,
God of
we
knowledge
will.
looks down on the world and is wondering.
Okay.
The frick they
Does
do another
anyone
day?
die during these boarding maneuvers? Like, does anyone accidentally
I would
fall
love
off
to-
the ship?
I would love to make a luck roll for that shit.
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
would love to do so.
Let's do it. Let's make a luck roll. And what should we
crank
say?
crank.
What
What's
what?
the 62 get me?
62.
Were we
of the
looking for
die.
over or under?
62
I was gonna
of
say,
them
wait, let me
died.
decide.
7 more would have been ideal.
Okay, let's go for
'Cause
high.
That would have been the sex number.
And let's say
Yeah,
that
the 69.
you have to get under a 90. But roll again. If you get under a 90, nobody dies. 90 and above,
Wait,
someone's gonna die.
Everyone.
Okay.
The ship crashes.
11. Okay, yeah, no, nobody dies. Like your
It was
safety maneuvers.
exceptional.
It was
Owing
awesome.
to the effectiveness of the safety drills that were done.
Okay. Wonderful. So you guys will spend the next couple 10-day learning how to do boarding maneuvers. Wonderful. Anyone
Good.
else?
It was 2 10-day, right?
Yeah, 2 10-day.
I gotta roll 10 more dice.
Well, that's to get to the destination, but how
And
long are we gonna be over water specifically? Is that half that? 1 10-day?
You'll be over water for like a 10-day and a half. So like 15 days you'll be over water. The last
Okay.
5 you'll be in the cold continent to the north.
Cool.
Somehow Robin has found a whistle, and Robin is blowing the whistle like a gym teacher. Boarding team 1, go! And a whistle. And then we need a 6-second count. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, go, go, go! And a whistle again, and we just drill it and drill it and drill it and drill it.
Okay. Well, eventually, I mean, it's pretty decent. The Genasi, I mean, they were trained to fight dragons and drop bombs and, you know, do all this kind of cool stuff. So, yeah, the Dragonfell ship is humming. Anything else that you guys want to do?
I go to the scout as commanded by my captain, and I give the drawing of the double-breasted penguins to the scout, and I just sent it to you.
You sent it to me?
Yeah, I just sent it to you in Discord so that way you could put it into like the game and stuff, and it could be real and forever in the game.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's what their flag looks like.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. So give me a second. Let's save as. We're gonna call this penguin flag.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm working on the labradoodles, but
Okay.
it will take some time.
And then I'm gonna bring out a new handout, and we're gonna call this
The
penguin.
double-breasted penguin flag.
Thank
right?
you. Double-breasted penguin flag.
Mhm.
It's gonna be in everyone's journals, and the file is on my desktop, and it's called penguin flag.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna open, and then I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna share with everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And then now I press the button that says show to players, and there it is.
Oh,
Oh wow.
what a
Perfect.
wonderful,
There's
what a wonderful family
there's
crest.
a
I'm
lot
impressed.
to unpack there.
This is what you've been doing. We're all
Wow.
That's what I've been working on this whole time.
okay. You know there isn't. You know Camille's an actual painter, right? But I don't think he's ever
What?
seen a penguin.
What
Never seen a penguin in my life.
what sound does a penguin make? What sound does this flag
Why
make?
does that penguin have shades on?
Because it's cool.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Why did the
Because it's
Genasi
cool.
have 19 abs? I'm just.
No,
why is anything like a thing?
Yeah.
But
I'd like to-
here's my question: what's with the the mammary glands on there? Are you implying penguin milk right now?
They're double-breasted.
Yeah.
It's in
That
the
was.
name.
I mean, it was implied.
Nice. Nice.
And every single one of the gang of the
Thanks,
double-breasted
Frost.
penguins, every single one of the gang of the double-breasted penguins wears purple glasses, just like that.
They have to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've made
Because they
you've
are that
implied
pompous.
you've implied the existence of pilk, and I don't appreciate that.
I can't even take credit, but they.
It's already in the campaign book.
Yeah.
We. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
Did I miss a meeting? What's this campaign book? I'm so excited to read about the Brittle Hollow fairs and the penguin milk.
It's exclusively like fan fiction, but it's official, so it's not fan
I'm
fiction.
so on
Yeah.
board.
So it's just fiction.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just
We're gonna do great things together.
Yeah.
it also is exclusive, meaning that we exclude anyone who's watching this on YouTube from getting access to it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So,
We're gonna open sales for it
sorry
on the
to my
live
brother.
stream, and we're gonna close them before the episode gets uploaded.
yeah, so I mean, we don't have to do that. This is a choice. We are this is an active decision to exclude YouTube viewers.
So
But we
YouTube
don't
viewers,
exclude
you're missing out on
Spotify
at
viewers,
least
and you
3
can watch on
chapters of
Spotify.
different
You
kinds of
can.
milk.
We're on Spotify, guys.
Oh yeah, Spotify, we're cool. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just YouTube.
yeah.
Have we been mentioning that we're on Spotify?
I don't think we mentioned
have
it once. Not even on this.
I
stream.
don't
Good
even
night,
think
Frost.
we've talked about it once. No.
Good night.
Yeah, not even.
Thanks for the lurk, my
We're
guy.
on
Bye.
Spotify.
Wait.
No. Wait. So
Oh,
I think
yeah,
we
look
should bring
at
it up in a more natural way, kind of like
You're right.
just in conversation. Like,
Okay.
somehow figure out an easy, natural way to bring up that.
I got one. I got one. I got
we
one.
should
I
do
got
a
one. I got one. I got one.
ad right now, and then it's unskippable later. In
Yeah,
Spotify.
I've got an idea. Okay, are you ready? I'm
Yeah.
gonna bring it up in a nonchalant way.
Hold on. If you press a single button,
My hands are not even on my mouse and
let
keyboard
me
right
see
now.
your hands, bro.
This is making the joke not worth it. I don't even want to do it anymore.
No, do it.
No,
Do
please.
it. Do it.
Do it.
Hey, Default, how are you today?
I do good.
Hey, are we on Spotify?
Right now, we
Yeah.
are. We are
Cool.
Spotify.
All right, see you later.
Bye. And then I'll see you downstairs.
You pressed the button.
No,
did.
no, you did not to press the button. You didn't say shit to me. And
You're
I
right.
pushed the button.
You're right. You did.
Oh
All
my
right.
goodness.
So, one of these evenings, oh, are you going to ever bring the ship down, Leon, or tell the captain?
Yeah, I would love to. I was gonna do it that day, but you made 20 days pass instead.
Well, this is in the meantime.
Well, you just look like an ass now. You forgot. It's canon. You
Yeah,
already said
no,
it
there
happened.
a smell
We-
just
we-
spreads.
We've already said.
I specifically wait until we are no longer over the water.
The ship stinks
Fuck
so
up, that's
bad.
why.
It smells
No.
so bad.
That same day, I go find Savvy. Captain.
I found.
Captain, we got a bit of a request, if it would be all right while we're still traversing over the waters. The lizard folk, apparently their sort of burial rites requires contact with the water. Tyler was wondering if we could sort of bring the ship low for a little while so they could do all that.
Une has told me that the ship does not float. It's not meant for water, but we can bring it lower. I don't have an issue with that. If they wish to get lower than that, we can perhaps level it out a couple of feet above the water. Lower than that, they may need to lower themselves, but I don't see a problem with that.
Perfect. Wonderful. I don't understand still how the ship works. Who can I tell to make the ship actually go down?
Talk to Une. He's been the helmsman.
All right. I will relay to Une.
Yeah, my eyes are up here. Hey, Camille.
Hi. Why'd
This-
you say that? I've been making eye contact with you this whole time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'll leave.
I'm just. Oh, I was actually talking to Hamish.
My bad.
It's kind of not fair. They're at eye level with Hamish.
Amos is like, yeah, my eyes are down here.
So, Uni's gonna say, yeah, well, this wheel is
It's
the
just so much
Z-axis,
nipple.
and this wheel is the X and Y. So, why don't you give it a shot? Here, stand in front of me, and
Okay.
I'll hold on to you if that's okay to make sure you don't fall. Your stomach will go into your chest the first time. Just give it a spin.
All right.
As soon as you do that, a raindrop hits the side of your forehead. Une immediately goes, and you see all the Genasi come out as rain starts to fall. And you see that the lizard folk come out, and Tyler Durder's like, I don't know how this is happening, but it couldn't be more perfect than this. And you see out in the distance a storm cloud rolling in. And the first thing that hits you are just a few drops. Then a very cool breeze runs through your hair, almost like you're streaming and the fans run in your face. And it feels amazing. Will you give us a hair toss, please? Yes, one more time for the camera. And Une is going to say, here, you got it from here. And he's going to get out from underneath the blimp. And all the Genasi are just stick their hands out, open their mouths, and they essentially start dancing as you see a curtain of rain slowly start rolling in. You're now driving the ship.
Cool. Bring her down.
You bring it down, and as you Tresemme flips his dirty rollers. So
I would like to do a barrel roll.
it's currently
Whoa.
like
Half the crew dies.
yeah, it's currently like maybe 3 or 4 p.m.
Save the
but
flag.
the sun quickly gets blotted out, and you'll notice that the waves are actually pretty intense. Maybe 12-foot swells. And you see the lizard folk are completely cool about it. The Genasi are starting to panic, and they're like, okay, Leon, maybe we should stop here. I mean,
I walk over to Ham, I put my arm around him, and I go, "Isn't that a beautiful sight, Toxin? Oh, wait! Oh, Hikaru, save us!" We all start to bleed out our ears, we fall over.
That is well said, Default.
oh, that sounded crisp. So, you're probably maybe 50, 60 feet off of the top of the swell, another 12 feet for the bottom of the swell. The rain absolutely blinds you as it is now pouring, and then you start to hear the lightning crashing off in the distance. You are captured in a storm. The ship starts to move with it as you notice that the wind and the waves are kind of moving it side to side. And as you're at the helm, you'll have advantage on this. But those of you who are landlubbers, which are going to be Hamish and Robin and Camille, I'll need you to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh.
Wait, how am I a landlubber? I travel all over the place.
Then you'll have
All over
advantage.
the land.
Yeah. All over that land.
All over the
I
land.
see what you did it.
I rolled a nice smooth. Hey.
Yeah. Also, if
I rolled a 1 and a 20.
He meant to say disadvantage. You fall off the boat.
I will also friendly reminder, if you can, tell us what you roll, so if someone's lurking and cleaning the house, they can hear what we rolled.
I rolled a
Our
20.
friends on Spotify, because we're
Or-
on Spotify.
We're on Spotify, so yeah.
We are?
Spotify.
And equally, Cast, if you could not say your rolls out loud for those watching on YouTube, so we
Yeah.
could,
That's a double. That is a double.
We can do
wait.
that.
if we could do
That's
both.
a W? That's a W?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hamish.
YouTube, please cover your ears. Mute the video for the next 10 seconds. All right, everybody say your roll really fast.
Earmuffs,
Uh,
YouTube, earmuffs.
Hamish rolled a dirty 20 on his con save, but not for YouTube.
It was
Nice.
so fucking dirty.
Also, Toxin, if you can send the link
Yeah, what's up?
over to Mopsy in Discord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
Camille
I
16,
posted it in the
Yeah,
thing.
I guess
Robin 20, and Hamish at 20. Okay, and Robin's was a
Am I
nat
friends
20.
with Minnie?
So, or you can send it to me and I'll send it to her, but you should be
Nah,
friends.
I'm friends with
because
Minnie, we're
she's
good.
awesome. You're going to start to see the Genasi grabbing onto the side deck and hurling into the water. You're going to see that the three of you are absolutely used to this. Hikaru, this
Who?
Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong.
I walk
Mercy.
I walk over to Savvy. I put my arm around her and I go, "What a beautiful sight, Kickles! Oh no!"
Sorry, Mercy. I haven't played this game in a while. Mercy, I need to know what you're thinking being on stormy waters in the ocean.
Well, she's a little distracted because she's probably welding. So, realizing that we're a little rockety, she's probably like, "Did we hit a storm? What's going on?" But yeah, other than that, I think she's hyper focused at this
Okay.
point. The
Yeah.
hyper focus is there. She's learning, and is like nothing else matters.
Nice. And then Savvy, Captain Dragonfell, same question for you. It's weird. You're in a storm in the ocean, but you're not on the ocean.
She does have a second, like a millisecond of like, I hope it's not a lightning storm because we're a giant floating box of metal.
It absolutely is a lightning storm.
Oh no.
You hear the thunder
We're
crash.
in trouble. And the thunder roll.
I think that if anything, this would be something that she's missed, because those storms were something that had helped her kind of find herself when she first kind of stepped aboard a ship. And so, admittedly, a different perspective, but to be in them once more, I think would feel welcoming.
The lizard folk look to you and say, a rope will suffice. And then one by one, they start to dive. You'll see that Tyler Durder will kind of watch as everyone jumps first. And then you'll see Kruaz holding her clutch. Will look to you all, and she'll give you just a very slight nod. And then she dives in feet first. And before they even hit a water, a wave crashes on top of them. And all of the lizard folk are off the ship right now. Another lightning strike flashes not too far away, and then the thunder immediately claps. And then you can see Savvy and Camille, your hair starts to slowly rise off the top of your head, off of your arms. And you see the Janussi, who aren't throwing up, are currently looking at themselves, and they're like kind of laughing, like, oh, it tickles. What do y'all do?
There any rubber on the ship?
No.
Shit.
I lived on a town next to the coast. Would I be familiar at all with the fact that this means we're definitely about to be struck by fucking lightning?
Well, you don't have to cuss at me, but yes, you know that if you're in the middle of the field and you're using you're hoeing in the middle of the field, and you get that tingly feeling, that's not a good kind. You drop your hoe and lay on the ground or get away from the trees. You know, general anti-lightning maneuvers.
Yeah, it was Une that's with me right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Une, how you fare with lightning?
The only lightning I've ever seen is over volcanoes, and we ride it. We'll be fine.
Okay, well, if you feel like you'll be fine, why don't you take the wheel? I'll be right back. And I think Camille's going to sort of step towards the like railing up top. Hey, if you don't feel like getting blasted by whichever god's responsible for this, maybe get below deck like now. And he's going to follow his own advice.
Okay. What are the rest of you
with
doing?
Camille.
You go downstairs.
Mercy downstairs has kind of taken her cot, or like makeshift made like a I forgot what they're called now.
Welding gloves.
No, well that too. But hanging bed. No.
Oh, hammock?
not a
Hammock.
Hammock, thank
Yeah.
you.
You said it right the first time. Hanging bed.
Yeah.
Hammock.
Hanging
So,
bed.
yeah, you get off the ground. Everything down here is metal.
yeah.
The walls, the ground, everything's
Yeah.
metal.
Yeah, so she ties her bed as a hammock. It jumps in so that she's not touching any metal.
Okay. And the rest of you?
Actually, it would have been faster to just
Just,
rope of climbing.
yeah.
The rope of climbing is holding the bed up.
Is there any wood on the interior of the ship, or is it literally 100% metal?
It's 100% metal. There are wooden tables that are bolted down with metal, and there are hammocks as well. Or hanging beds.
Okay. Ham will just
I'm
get
gonna ha-
either on a table or in a hammock and instruct the same
Hammock.
Okay.
person.
Ham's in a
Deck.
hammock.
You're on the deck. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dragonfell said, "I will get struck by."
I
You
was
Also,
gonna
I
say
just
this
wanna-
this is a great fucking story right here.
you are going to hear, or see rather, Captain Dragonfell, as everyone runs underneath the deck. A wave comes and just licks the bottom of the ship, and then you're going to see a lightning crash right next to the water, and you're going to see that it lights the entire ocean underneath as the foam itself begins to light, and the just like a curtain of mist from the ocean slaps you across the face. As it runs down your face, you can taste the salt in the water, and at this point your hair is blowing back tremendously as you can hear Rosusid start to scream through the storm, "Captain Dragonfell, we must get out of here. We gotta get up and out of here. We're gonna be tossed about, or at least get us off the water. The waves are getting higher. I have to go under."
The ritual is underway. We will remain, as will I.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I'm not trying to persuade him to stay. To
Okay.
be clear.
Okay. He's gonna say, Robin, you had your hand up.
I was just checking my notes really quick. I on which one did the thing. Down below, as I see everyone trying to get off the metal floor and walls and everything like that, I go, "So are we just trying to not touch the metal while the lightning's striking? Is that what we're trying to do, Mercy?"
Yeah, unless you want to be electrocuted.
Oh. I don't want to be electrocuted, but I know that usually we go for like science as the answer for this, but like what if this time the answer's drugs? And I start handing out purple soul glow. And I go, "This will turn you into like a mist, so you can just float in the center of the room."
It does?
What?
What?
And I quote, "Purple mist form. Can see the whole cave, everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Bamf back." And so I don't know exactly all the rest of them. We had specific references for what they did, like what spell they were. This one, I have no idea what this spell is.
Okay.
It was never expressly said.
Yeah.
But-
So he pulls out his stash of Waka
it's
Waka.
Blink.
Well-
I avoid storm profit. Is it Blink? There's a mist
Yes,
form.
I
One
wrote
of-
it down.
We
Okay.
never expressly said it was Blink. I have.
Oh, it
copious
does.
notes.
Mine does have a question mark next to the blink, so that is correct.
Okay.
I-
It's
I do actually have the
Science.
exact timestamp of the section.
no, it's
So we
okay.
can go
No, we don't need to go back.
No, I
I
believe
have
you.
extreme notes on this.
Okay, it will turn you into a cloud of purple high smoke.
I
So
don't.
if we want to, we can do that to avoid the metal on the ground.
I think I'm good in my hammock.
Anyone else want to do drugs with me while we ride this storm?
Are you in the room with the hammock?
Yeah, I'm just walking around offering it to everybody.
Will it help me calm my nerves?
Oh yeah, this
You won't have any
really
nerves.
This will mellow you out real good.
Yeah, I'll take some. I'll take drugs.
Purple soul glow does sound more like a downer than an upper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Disclaimer, kids: only do drugs from your own ship, not someone else's.
Only do drugs if the grandfather figure of your friend group offers them to you.
You're doing the wonderful is gonna say, "Hey, I'll light it up for you."
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And she lights that dank purple mist. And you'll see as Robin, Hamish, and Yordun the Wonderful are going to bamf into smoke. Just then, lightning strikes and you're all safe.
The thunder rolls.
Sorry,
the
I actually I wanted to say, well, that the drug handout was occurring, if Camille yelled out to everybody to get below, and everybody did except for Savvy, he's gonna cast Armor of Agathis on himself, and he's gonna run up to the top deck.
You run up just as Savvy is steadfast at the helm that you left, and the storm is raging. Just then, you see on the horizon that a couple of the lizard folk heads kind of pop up, and they start to kind of wave their arms before they get just absolutely demolished by another huge wave. The waves are getting higher, and mist is starting to splash up and on the deck, on top of the monsoon of rain. And there, you can't hear each other unless you're within 5 feet of each other. What do you do when you get up there?
Do the lizard folk look like they need help?
No, they're chilling. They love this.
Okay, cool.
But they
Then
are
I'll-
flagging for basically being done.
Okay, then I'll move up to be next to the captain.
Okay.
I was gonna say Savvy is gonna direct the ship over towards them. I'm not sure how raging the storm is right now or what the effect of that is, but yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have any intention of moving her.
Okay, the Genasi will what's that 23 for? The
I
Genasi
just figured I'd need a con save for my drugs, so I was just rolling.
Okay, yeah, we're going to hold on to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they become a cloud. So, you could harness the lightning. That's a science experiment. Yeah, the Genasi that are on deck, including Rosa Sid, are going to start throwing ladders. The same ladders that picked you up when you were in hell. Their worlds are the same ladders that they're going to start. And one by one, you see the lizard folk are going to come and climb onto deck. The storm came... damn it. The storm left as quickly as it arrived. Don't.
So wait, you're saying that it's not currently here.
It arrived.
It has.
You
It
know
arrived.
exactly what I'm saying. It has
come.
Yeah.
Storms.
Yeah.
Storms they don't talk. What I meant to say is the storm has left. It has finished. And then all of the lizard folk are on deck. Tyler is going to approach and say, the gods, they can't all be bad. They heard us, they saw us, they watched as we performed our burial rites. And your crew, our home, Camille, it was a sign. Toxin, stop it.
Oh, which part?
I'm satisfied.
Can we get that as a clip?
No.
So to clarify, the lightning struck the water near the ship. Did the lightning strike the ship at all?
It did not. It
There are
struck
no
close.
consequences.
I
We'll never,
This-
we'll never die.
Yes.
And who was it that said that statement about like not all the gods are bad? They've seen what we've.
Tyler did.
In mist form, I appear next to Tyler and I go, okay, walk me through your thought process there, my dude.
Yes, Dirty Rollers. The storm is currently smoking a cigarette. It is spent. Tyler's gonna say,
Walk me through your thought process there. So a lightning bolt hit off to the side of the ship and you're like, some of the gods are good.
yeah. I mean,
Uh-huh.
the fact that a storm came the moment that we are performing our death ritual and is gone as soon as we're finished, that's a good thing. And we're safe. We're here. And
But you attribute that to a god or multiple gods showing favor to us. I'm just trying to understand, my dude.
yeah, no, Hojium specifically. And if you want, you can make religion checks. He says the word Holgium.
I'm not. I'm gonna move past it without.
Okay.
Like
I'm
we
gonna
can.
roll, but I don't want to know,
Okay.
which works.
So this
A
specific
natural
god,
one. Good.
this specific god, had a storm appear. A lightning strike happened nearby, and you attribute that to that specific god, and say that that makes this god a good god.
At least one that's on our side that's not trying to kill us.
Or was it just a storm? We've had literal pillars appear in front of us and speak full comprehensive languages. We've had messengers of pillars appear and fight us several times with clear intent and messaging. I think this might just be a storm.
All right. It might be. But we're grateful. And if anything, we're now connected to this world because our clutch, our lost lot, our offspring is now connected to this ocean. And whatever gods run it.
I'm sympathetic to your loss. I'm not trying to undermine that at all. I'm just confused as to how that makes us sympathetic to the same gods that destroyed your world just as much as they destroyed the world of the Genasi.
It's a good point, Robin. It's a good point. Oh, sorry, they didn't even talk like that. Bruh. That's deep.
Right. And don't get me wrong, it's a very slippery slope to say all of one thing is bad or all of one thing is good, right? I don't think that all the gods are bad or even all the pillars are bad. But I do think that they're not the right way to run this, obviously. I'm not saying we kill all the gods, but I'm saying we definitely replace them all. They can still exist, just somewhere else.
Well, if there are no gods, no good or bad, well, then why did we just give our dead to them?
Because it meant something to you. You were honoring them and doing something for you. Tyler, don't tell me that you did this because of the gods. That would cheapen that in my perspective. If that's what you were doing and you were giving it to the gods and that's why you're doing it, I get it. But for me, it feels so much more meaningful to say, we lost something today and this is how we're dealing with it together, right?
Yeah. Right on. Thank you, I think. I'm gonna go process. Also, I can't help but catch a whiff of purple mist.
Oh, hell yeah, hit that shit.
Oh,
And I'm
yes. He poofs into a cloud. And then
I poof with him.
and then
we come one cloud.
Yeah. And then when you come out of that, you're both like each other.
Yeah.
You're now half lizard
I am
folk.
in Tyler Durder's body.
Yeah.
And he's in Robin's body.
Poof, poof, pass, yes.
I stayed in the hammock. I don't want to be one with anybody.
Oh, I was imagining it was more of like a The Fly situation where we had like a Tyler Robin like singular creature now.
No, it's
Kill
one.
it
It's like the fly.
immediately.
They are one. No,
This is how
it's
we
Robin
Voltron.
Durder. Yeah. So,
Through drugs.
It's like that commercial where they all the kids combine into one, and
the Capri
you know what I'm
Sun.
talking about?
That
Yeah,
very
it's like
real
the Capri
commercial.
Yeah, the very real, not fake commercial.
Yeah. We're gonna take a break here, folks. I think it's a perfect spot. And we don't just
It'll
take
be in
breaks.
Discord.
We have a halftime show called the Fireweed Inn and Tavern. So players, go use the restroom, go refill your hydration and get some snacks, and come back
Don't
in
tell me what to
15
do.
minutes. No, you're doing it. And then we will be back to finish up this session. So far, so good, guys. Well done. I'm gonna come. Oh my freaking fucking you mother.
How'd I get here? Where the hell am I? Oh, okay. Minnie, pull yourself together, take a deep breath, and just look around, okay? You know what? I recognize that artwork. I'm in the Fireweed Inn and Tavern. Oh my gosh. There's no way this isn't a real place, is it? Wait, if this is the Fireweed Inn and Tavern, Soren? Monk? Anyone? Whoa. Is that a crystal ball? Holy shit, and I can see, like, people inside of that. Oh my god. That's Twitch chat, that's you guys. Hi guys. Hi, this is Minnie. I'm one of the Twitch mods. Hi, okay. Okay, so I'm in the Fireweed Inn and Tavern. I can see the viewers right in front of me. That means I'm hosting the halftime show. Okay. I've watched enough of these. I know what to do. I can fake until I make it. Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to the Fireweed Inn and Tavern. I'm your host, Minnie. This is our show within a show. We appreciate you all for joining us. Today we'll be doing something. I'll figure something out. But before that, let's give a shout out to some of the talented artists and meme makers in our community. As you may have already noticed, we have some beautiful artwork hanging in our tavern, courtesy of Puffwedgie, Soft Brambles, Bear09, and I believe from what I heard, default player's flag might be in there, which would be super cool. That was introduced earlier this session. You'll also notice some cool memes created by our amazing viewers like Icothius, Boop the Raccoon, and me, Mr. Mini Mopsy. Holy shit, I get to introduce myself. This is so cool. Okay. Back to the real stuff. Okay. Soren always says, if you're an artist, you create any fan art or legendary memes, we want to see it. If you visit our gaming related Discord, you may post your artwork in the community art channel, and if your top tier memes may go in the Memes Are Us channel. For those of you who don't use Discord, I know we have a Twitter and a TikTok. It's best if you post those in landscape orientation. That's preferred but not required. If you do, share your fabulous art and may be featured in a future episode of Gaming Related. And showtime! Okay, so here in the tavern that actually exists, and I'm hosting the halftime show. Okay. Oh, that wasn't there before. Okay, viewers, there's a table next to me with some things on it now that weren't there before. There's this long piece of parchment, and I shit you not, there's a feather quill that is writing by itself. And it's writing, I think that's Twitch chat. Oh, that's how Soren sees the Twitch chat. Okay. So I get it now. Okay, the Twitch chat is right there. Cool. So I'm still modding, so no fooling around while I'm stuck here, guys. I'm still watching, still seeing what you're writing. Okay, and I see that there's an envelope here that says question 1. Okay, I guess that means I'm doing a Q&A. Cool. Cool. I don't have to think of my own things for me. Okay. All right. Let's see what question number 1 is. Okay, guys. Question 1 is, what is your favorite TTRPG besides Dungeons and Dragons? Okay. Okay, that's a pretty cool question. I've played Dungeons and Dragons for a while, but I would have to say one of the TTRPGs that's stuck with me, even though I've only played it one time, is this TTRPG called 10 Candles. It's a small group, singular session TTRPG where you play. The whole premise of it is that the sun has gone out, basically, and you are playing as characters who are dealing in the aftermath of that. And part of the really cool thing of it, the name of the name of the TTRPG comes from this, and it's one of the really cool mechanics in the game is that you literally will light 10 candles that you play by. You turn all the lights off in your house and you just play by those 10 candles. And every time one of the candles goes out, whether it's via a mechanic in the game or whether it's even by accident, if you like stand up too quickly and one of the candles in front of you goes out, the scene is over. The scene is done, you progress onward. And it's a really super cool mechanic, and I'm really bummed that I don't think I was in the right frame of mind when I first played it because I didn't fully appreciate it at the time. But the aesthetic has really stuck with me, and I would love to be able to play it again. It's a super cool idea, super cool flavor, and just it's all about, the little moments that happens when you think you're going to die, when you think that the world is ending. What do you do about it? What kind of special moments do you have? And it's a really kind of hauntingly beautiful TTRPG. And so I recommend checking it out. It's a very cool atmospheric sort of thing. Maybe try to play it with a group of friends. Okay, I see here that there is a second envelope has appeared. Awesome. I have a second question. Question number 2. All right, this is awesome. This is great. I don't have to come up with my own questions. That would be so much more hassle if I did. Okay. Question number 2 is, what's one of your favorite moments in the campaign thus far? Okay. Well, I've got a couple answers to that. We've got the funny answer, which is I do really love. I was rewatching this last weekend, and I just kept rewatching it. It was only like a couple sessions ago when we had Savvy, aka Captain Dragonfell, give her great big grand speech to the crew of their ship that they now have, and good old Leon, trying to be a great friend and cue the applause sound, ended up cueing the "I'm gonna come" sound. And I just love that so much, just from the unexpected nature of it, and then Leon's laughter afterwards was just amazing. But when it comes to serious serious moments in the series so far, I think one of the ones that has really stuck with me was when the party had their conversation with Naleli, when they went through everything that had gone down in the caves, and Naleli just wore them a new asshole, so to speak. And there was a really kind of quiet moment between Ham and Cam afterwards, where Ham was very frustrated and angry that he was not being allowed back in the forest, and we got to see a really good moment of anger, like true anger from Ham, that I really loved. And then we got to see Camille, being the stalwart friend that he has always been, kind of the person to lean on, to support throughout all this time. Just tell Ham that no, it doesn't matter what she says. She's not in control of the forest. She doesn't own that. You can go back there anytime you want. It was just a really good friendship moment, where they've had so many good friendship moments, but that's the one that's, I guess, stuck with me at all this point, where I can still remember some of the dialogue from that. There's just been some really good moments overall in general with this party that I've really enjoyed. And that's different. There's a golden glowing box around Twitch chat. There's something different happening here. Okay, let me look. Is that? Oh, okay. That's a question redeem. That's a channel point redeem. Okay, I see here that Soren has redeemed a channel point. Halftime show question. Okay. Oh, hi Soren. Yeah, you told me that you were sick and not feeling well. I didn't expect this to happen, so if you have any tips for how to leave the Fireweed Inn and Tavern, like when it's about time to leave, I'd love to hear those tips. Those tips would be great and awesome. But anyways, I'm a professional here, so I'm going to get to your question. So, assuming you've been to a Renaissance fair before, what is your favorite piece of garb? I have been to a Renaissance fair before. I've been to the one in Anchorage, Alaska, back when I used to live in Alaska. And my favorite piece of garb, it's so difficult. I think my favorite piece of garb would have to be, I haven't worn it nearly enough, but I wore it the last time I went there. I ended up commissioning an artist on Etsy for a pair of scale armor pauldrons that were made out of purple scales. So they covered both shoulders and then had a band around the upper arm of each. And I wore that with a green shirt. And when I was there, I ended up buying a purple and black witch's hat, and I also bought I found some perfect purple and green leather bracers that I ended up buying because it went with the rest of my outfit, and it was super cool. It was just a really fun time. I remember that I was hanging out with Leon and Arby and some Brambles and a couple of my other friends. It was just a really great time. Okay, Soren says, when I get to the end, I get sucked back into the void. Oh, that is so good to hear. Thank you so much, Soren. Yeah, a little warning. This time would have been really great. It doesn't hurt. Okay, that's really good. Still, it could be unpleasant. And... oh, another glowing sign. Another redeemed halftime show question. Okay, this one is from, Toxin. That's one of the players. Oh, hi, Toxin. I get to talk to you directly. This is so cool. All right. I've watched you for a long time now. I'm a big fan. Okay, what Jello flavor are you? Interesting. What Jello flavor are you? So, just going based off vibes alone, I'm just gonna go with blue raspberry because both I like raspberry as a flavor, I like blue as a color, and I think we're just gonna go with the whole idea of it's weird to make blue raspberry a thing since blue raspberries don't exist, but they exist anyways, and we love it for it. So I guess that's what I am, you know. I don't know why I exist, but I think people appreciate that I exist, and I'm tasty. I'm a real snack. Okay, way to bring that back around to being optimistic. Ayo, I know how to host things. Okay. All right. And okay, what's here? Oh, a new envelope. A new envelope has popped up. Okay, the next one says question number 3. Okay. Let's take a look at this one and see what's inside here. Question number 3. Who is your favorite character and why is it Camille? Leon, did you know this was gonna happen? Did you rig this? Wait. Oh my god, did you come up with this question? I bet you did, didn't you? Well, I am nothing if not a professional. I'm filling in for Soren, and that means I must hold up to her professional standards. So I will answer this in good faith, even though this was definitely rigged by you, Leon. I know it. Why is Camille my favorite character, as has been stated? Well, Camille is a very, very cool person in which there's an interesting dichotomy of, you know, on the outside, if you're looking at him in the most basic of standards, you know, he's a sweet, you know, simple farm boy with a southern twang, got a lovable accent, and you can't help but just think, oh, that's a cool guy. But, you know, there's this darkness that comes into him when he assumes his form of dread, when he taps into his warlock powers that has been described by Leon time and time again. That I love to see that fascinating dichotomy of Camille outside of combat versus Camille in combat, where he can be sometimes almost very numb when it comes to emotion-wise and very, very hostile. It's a very fascinating dichotomy. Plus, just in general, I do have to say I love warlocks and clerics in general. The whole idea of people that get their power from an outside source creates a lot of interesting tension and interesting flavor. So in a case where you've got Camille here, who's serving a patron, the zombie mommy, as she is lovingly referred to by everyone here, there's this very interesting idea of what will happen if if Camille goes against her in any significant way. If he gets all of his power from her, is there any possibility that she could take that away, that she could cut off his source of power? I do love that dichotomy a lot. There's a lot of good just like tension and just juiciness in that. Okay, next on the show, this is wrapping up sometime soon. Okay, we've got there's another glowing here in the Twitch chat on that parchment there. That's another question. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of words. Okay. I'm gonna read this as best as I can from Toxin. Asking for a friend. Imagine that there's a goat, and you want to buy it from auction, but there's another mangy goat that is free, but mange. There's also a cow. What should I do? That is a very interesting question, Toxin. I guess it depends on, do you like goats better, or do you like cows better, or do you like both? There is room in this world for you liking both. And if that is something that you want to explore, then I'm here with you. I back you for that. But if you're looking for those goats, because the goats are the ones that you seem to be fixating on. There's a goat that you want to buy from auction, but there's another mangy goat. I guess when you're talking about this mangy goat, is the mange off-putting, or is that just a surface feature that is distracting from the beauty that's within? Think about that. Maybe the goat that's up for auction, that is the prize-winning goat, has just the looks, but none of the inner beauty that makes it something worthwhile. You never know. You never know. Okay, we've got here a fourth envelope. All right, question 4. We keep it going. All right, Thorin, whenever you do this, do you ever feel like this gets to be a long time? Because sometimes it just feels like a bit of a long time. Like I'm just waiting for that void to kind of me back. You know, I'm getting kind of thirsty, and I really hope my cat isn't freaked out by me being suddenly sucked into the void of wherever the Fireweed Inn Tavern exists. Yeah. Okay. All right. The envelope in my hand just disappeared, and there's a pigeon here. It's got something tied around its leg. One moment. Okay, that is a message from Soren saying, oh, thank you, Soren. Thank you so much. But by the way, shout outs to Soren. Like, she wasn't feeling well today, and I guess that's why I'm here in her place. I don't know if this was the Fireweed Inn needing a host, if this was something that Monk and the cast put on, and it just was like, tee-hee, we won't tell Minnie. I don't know. But anyways, can we shout out Soren and hope that Soren gets better soon. But anyways, so Soren sent me this pigeon saying that it's time for the void to slurp me back. So I need to, be the professional that I am and just shout out a couple people. Thank you all for hanging out with us at the Fireweed Inn and Tavern. I just want to shout out the people that we've seen so far in chat. This is our 28th episode, guys. This is incredible. And we wouldn't have gotten this far without people like you. I see that we've had people here such as the Dirty Rollers RPG, Lady Mustella, Boop the Raccoon, Puck Wudgie, Wolf Demon 32988, Apuff 4, Spicy Chili 99, Sodden Swabby, Lost in the Frost, and Mrs. Toxin, who have all appeared in chat. And thank you so much, Apuff, for the gifted subs, and thank you so much, Spicy Chili, or Sodden Swabby, for following. Thank you to everyone who is also just lurking, just listening to us in the background, and thank you to the cast and crew for putting on this wonderful show. To all of you who are returning, welcome back, and to those of you who are new to Gaming Related, welcome. We're happy to have you guys here. And before we direct your attention back to Monk and the lead cast, don't forget, we do have social media platforms. We've got TikTok, we've got YouTube. Don't listen to default about the YouTube. Really, please check us out on YouTube. It's pretty chill. We've got a Discord, we've got a Twitter for clips, we've got announcements, we've got other fun content there. So please, come check it out. Come check us out. If I do, in fact, make it back through the void safely and soundly, I will post links there in the Twitch chat. So that is all from me. Let's have it back to Monk.
Wow, can we give it up for Mr. Mini Mopsy? That was amazing.
That is so good. So good. Yes.
Yeah. No, for that I would finish. For that performance, that was great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Soren, I have come. That's it. That's all I wanted to tell you, Soren.
Oh man.
Okay. Shall we get back into this, please? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, good. So we're gonna put the music back on. Now, you have finished with the death ritual. Now, 2 death rituals you've seen from the Genesee and from the lizard folk. The storm passes. You then again rise into the air. Another day goes by, and on the next evening, the lookout calls out to you, Captain, I something at the bottom of the horizon. We see lights. We see a ship, Captain. Oh, can't hear you.
Good call out. Yeah, because we were at halftime and now we're not.
Yeah, and I think I
And,
stopped sharing my screen, so let me share my screen again. Sorry about that. Hold on
Yeah.
a sec.
How dare you?
So
There we go.
you see a
Hi,
ship,
Seb.
but is it marked as you have been told to look for?
I Captain. I gotta be honest. I don't know how to describe this one to you. It looks like royalty. It looks like 2 dogs wearing royal garb.
Robin did tell me of this one, the bastard and the bitch.
Is that what they're called? You know
Yes.
of the bastard and the bitch.
He spoke of them.
Well,
Twin Labradoodles.
their crew is down below. Thanks for the spiders. And for the purple rainbow. It's coming.
It's what?
It's arriving. I will never say that again.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. This
Oh my
is
God.
this is the
my God.
I need it.
this is the flag that they're hailing, Captain.
I like how we get Microsoft Paint.
And then we get
And they get this.
I did that in Microsoft Paint, everybody.
That's a lot of detail. That's
And
a hard flag to
You
do.
are gonna see in the night that indeed there is a sailing ship, and it is in the water.
So, Savvy is going to give the order to douse the lanterns and to prepare to board. Going to Une, she's going to say, I don't know about you, but I'd like to stretch our legs a bit. And I feel as though this would be a perfect opportunity. Ready the crew. We have some boarding to do.
I, Captain. We don't know how to swim. Just saying that. And then they start doing the boarding maneuvers. And you can see there's an excitement that's kind of gotten into the air. Tyler Durder is gonna come out and say, Captain, we're swimmers. What role do you want us to play in this?
According to the plans that we have set, they do not need to worry about that. They know their part.
I keep forgetting. They're like, all right, right on. We're just going to take care of the rest of this waka.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
wait,
There you go.
hold on.
if that's cool with you.
Hold on. Camera's changed.
Oh, who do we lose?
Oh,
Mr. Mini
Minnie,
turned the camera
turned your
off.
camera off. You gotta turn
Yeah.
that back on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Mini Mopsy, if you could turn your camera back on. Okay.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Minnie.
Minnie!
Minnie, please.
what if I turn my camera off? Would that fix it?
Hey, look. I
We're
think-
back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
We're
Okay,
back.
but I'll turn my camera off too.
No.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
You
it
should.
could help. It could
It's
help.
okay,
Do it.
Mopsy. Technical difficulties. This time it's your fault.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, that felt good. So, righteous. We're just gonna go take care of the rest of the flocka waka. And then they're just gonna go back under, right? And you have cannons. You have everything you need. Tell me what you guys are doing. You're probably at this point 1,000 feet above the water. You can see the lights from the ships below. You've doused all your lanterns. The only thing that is glowing is the gold, the magical orb on the front of the ship. But even that can have a tarp thrown over it.
Yeah.
And
We're
you are
seeking-
above.
How long
We're
has it been?
seeking-
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
How long has it been since I took my pink drugs?
Oh,
Am I still a cloud?
you're no longer a cloud. That was a couple days ago, and you had a good
Oh,
time.
okay, perfect.
That nat 20, you're not addicted to it, but it was a good ride.
Nice. All right,
You
sorry,
arrived
continue.
many times. Okay.
So we are seeking to move the ship to 600 feet up.
Okay.
No. It was 100 feet up. It was 100 feet up. That was what it plays. So we're gonna be seeking a descent, and as we approach, when we are within, when we're basically imminently visible to them, we are going to seek to descend 100 to 100 feet above the water, but it's gonna be directly above them. And that's the goal. That is gonna be when we would launch action, such as it is.
Okay. So, it is a night raid. Or a night, I won't call it a raid until we figure out what's about to happen. But
Oh, it's gonna
No-
be a raid.
nobody has thought to look up, right? Like the biggest predator doesn't look up, they look down kind of thing. And you'll find the guy in the crow's nest currently sleeping. There are 2 crow's nests, and both of them are occupied. Down below, you'll see that there is a green-skinned orc that is currently standing next to the captain. As a matter of fact, I can show you what this looks like, just in case there's any type of initiative. We'll use this map, just in case. So, the music stopped. There it goes. Okay. You're going to see that there is a green-skinned orc that is currently standing to one of the cannons. You'll see that from your distance, they are armed, this crew. There is, what do they call, is it a ballista? The big, large crossbow bolt on the front of the ship. 2 cannons on the rear of the ship. You could see that there's 2 decks, one on the front and the back, that are elevated. The main deck has 3 grates where you can dive down into the bottom of the ship. There's a door on either side, this one leading to the captain's quarters and this one leading downstairs. And from your vantage point, you could see probably a dozen crew, and they are completely moseying. You could see that some of them are playing a card game around one of the tables. You can hear laughter. Each one of these ropes that kind of lead around the entire ship have lanterns hanging on them. And the captain herself is smoking a pipe, and your ship is absolutely stealthy and quiet. and with the night sky blended in.
When we're hundreds of feet in the air, before we start to do our descent, like we douse all the lanterns and stuff and start to descend to that 100-foot mark, I imagine Robin has a clipboard and is like shouting, "All right, places, everybody, it's about show time. Boarding party number 1, you're with the captain. Boarding party 2, on deck. Prepare your javelins. Prepare your javelins. I want them ready. I want you to have them on the ready. If I find you without a javelin ready, I'm going to, it's going to be heck to pay. And then boarding party 3, you're going to be on standby. We're not certain if we need you. Remember, we are commandeering their ship weapons, such as cannons, ballistas, first before we do anything else, making it easier for boarding party 2. All right, places, people."
Guys, I am so effing scared right now. Like, that scared the crap out of me.
Savvy, following up that wonderful act, is going to address the crew. It is important that you know, and I do not care from whence you have come. What we mean to do next, we do both out of necessity and as a retribution. Those we mean to take from are those that take from others. The tyrants and the authoritarians of the world. They have taken what they have, and now we will take from them. Boarding party number 1, you are with me. Now, as a side note, in case the party wants to get on this, the way that this is going to kind of work there, if you want to be in combat at the start of round 1 and you are melee oriented, you want to be in boarding party 1. If you are ranged, it doesn't matter what combat, like what party you're in, because we're going to be within 100 feet. So Hamish, if you want, you can stay on board, you can stay on the upper deck and you can shoot arrows from above without having to go down to the ship. Mercy,
Valid.
dealer's choice. It's your call. But Camille, ultimately, and Mercy, the two of you, I think, have to decide kind of where you want to be within that. Robin, I think you kind of know what you already have in mind for where you intend to be. So, ultimately, that is what you need to know. But
Okay.
we will seek to drop 6 with boarding party 1. Boarding party 1 will be 6 people with the captain included. So we have room for everybody if everybody wants to descend, but we don't need everybody.
All right, we all need to hydrate. Thank you, Toxin.
And we will have we'll have a total of 4 boarding parties prepped and ready to go. We will only be launching 2. The third one will be on standby. If it's needed, we'll be launching the third one. Same with the fourth one.
Okay. Rosus is
Maybe
going
a
to say,
fifth.
"All right, Captain, we're actually doing this. Which crew am I in?"
He would know that answer before then. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I walk over with the clipboard.
I'm just kidding.
In your
I'm
damn
just-
place.
Yeah.
This is not the time for breaks.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm kidding.
this is
I'm kidding.
showtime.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to get information for someone else. It's
No,
fine.
no. You were late for rehearsal 3 times in a row. You know what? You're sidelined. This is why we have understudies.
No,
All right, all
no,
right.
we've never done this before. Like with on water. Okay. Hey,
You
look, it's happening.
You're hitting the bench. Go get some water. You're watching this one. You're out.
No, I'm not out. I am not out. I just put myself back in. And he runs, he ignores you, he runs and he stands in line. He doesn't make eye contact with you.
I give a wry smile to Savvy. I just needed to know that he wanted it, you know?
And he does. Boarding party 1, right?
He really does want it, you know?
Yeah.
I think sometimes the stress gets to him, and yeah, sometimes he sleeps in for our rehearsals. Drills. Gotta break that habit. But I mean, he's a good guy.
Okay.
I don't know if he's a good guy. We are about to shed a lot of blood on that deck.
Well, I mean, we could try and take prisoners.
We will not.
I mean, we could tell people we tried.
I'm open to that.
Okay.
So, see you in the debriefing.
Monk, can I be asleep for this?
Absolutely not. There's sirens.
Yeah, no,
Never
there's a
mind.
clipboard banging around. You could voice.
I stop. I look around. I go, everyone. Okay, give me 5 minutes. I go below deck. I start jumping up and down on Ham's cot. Like, we are about to do a boarding party.
For the record, it's a hammock.
It's a ham
It
ick.
breaks.
It's a ham ick. Yes,
out.
there it is.
Now,
I-
Hamish, Toxin, I'm talking to Toxin the person.
Yeah,
you
what?
can voice your opinion, but you are awake for this. You can choose not to participate.
I don't be thinking that we need to be killing anybody. Do we even need to be robbing them? I'm so confused. What is even happening?
If you'd like, we can flash back to when drills were happening on deck for hours at a time to have this conversation instead of right this second.
I was very involved in the previous questions. That's been mulling around in my brain for a bit.
So we're back and we're doing drills. And what are your questions?
Your Mrs. Toxin said it best.
I
Your bad guys not keep up.
Let's go.
if it's okay, I think it makes more. I think it'd be better to just let this happen and then we'll have there be some fallout. Ham's not on board with killing just a bunch of random people on the ship. There's just
Well, they're not just random people. They're bad guys.
what do we know that though?
I mean, look at their
We're
They're
flags.
like-
flying the flags. They're flying the flags and the identifiers of the people that have been called out and identified specifically as those who are overly bearing, authoritarian, or tyrannical in this region.
To
That
be
was
fair, they
the-
were pointed out by Robin, who's been a little bit bloodthirsty this campaign.
and that's a pretty wide swath. I mean, a little overbearing doesn't necessarily mean
Well,
tyranny.
I didn't say a little overbearing. I said tyrannical, authoritarian.
Hey, Monk, I have a question.
Little
Yes.
overbearing. I said
So,
tyrannical.
Robin knows about these people because of his time in the Three Kingdoms. I'm from the Three Kingdoms. Am I
You are.
aware of this symbology of these people?
of this.
They
The
do
labradoodles.
tyrannical things such as they do tyrannical things such as they put a curfew that is 1:30 in the morning. They have some toll roads that are very deeply priced, but the roads admittedly are very nice and well kept.
To give a little bit of context and background with this, prior to this, when I had this discussion with Monk to the South, the stipulations that were put in place were those who applied unfair taxes and who forced servitude on others, who were overly aggressive in terms of seizure, and thus those were the people that we were identifying prior. Thus, the same stipulations were being applied to those in the North as well.
As a pure-blooded American that hates taxes, I'm on board.
let me give you some background. The kingdom, the Western Kingdom, is run by Overgon, the Overgon royal family, one of the brothers of the Lefate Kingdom. You are from the Eastern Lefate Kingdom, so you do know of the Western Lefate Kingdom. Of the three kingdoms, the Western Lefate Kingdom are the military force of the country. They, yeah.
Sorry, I just want to say the Western Kingdom is the one. Those are the ones that were like trying to steal the forest from the elves, right?
Yes, they're the
Okay, I'm on
ones
board.
that destroyed the entire Grave Rose Timberland from the river east. Now, they got their asses kicked a long time ago, and a treaty was met to regrow the forest.
Tree.
Now,
Tea.
thank you. Now, they are still, because of that, they've overcorrected and have now become the military force of the country because they are terrified that the Grave Rose Timberland elves will attack and break the treaty at some point. There is animosity between the Eastern and Western Brotherhood in that the Eastern Brotherhood suffered penalties because of what happened. Their taxes are paying for the planting of all those trees, and the fact that most of that land has now become basically like Yellowstone. You can't, it's like, it's run by the country. People lost their land, they lost their houses because the country pushed them out in order for it to be a nature preserve. So obviously the Western Kingdom think themselves great for doing this and basically being the first to butt heads and protect the kingdom from the elves to the west. Meanwhile, the Eastern Kingdom, you guys have your own problems dealing with the orcs from the wretched ass.
Yeah.
Now, and that's a whole backstory. But
Stop.
A backstory.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, what I will say here, that the Labradoodles, Christ, the
Bastard
Labradoodles,
and the bitch.
the bastard
bastard
and the
and the
bitch,
bitch.
true. They're assholes. Okay. Now, are they murderers? No, they're not murderers. But have people died because of their decisions, from starvation, illness, or loss of income? Yes, they're the big thumb. Have they stuck a sword through someone's chest?
I
No.
just want to make sure we're killing people that deserve it, not just
Yeah.
not just randos. You feel me?
You draw the line on who
Camille-
deserves it or
Camille,
not.
can I get some backup here? These people, they deserve it, right? If I'm going to be shooting somebody point blank in the face, I just want to make sure that they're actually, stealing people's livelihoods and kill them on the side and trying to shoot arrows at them.
Okay, so
Stuff like that.
we've shot into the past a little bit for this conversation. For Camille's context for this conversation, can I shoot into the past to have a brief conversation with
Yeah.
Savvy?
Flashback
Sure.
to Savvy.
We're gonna
Flashback within a
flashback
flashback.
the
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love flashbacks.
Flashception.
In this flashback, the boarding parties are not as organized, and Robin's hair is a little bit more disheveled.
And the
It's a 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2. Come on, it's simple.
Yeah.
this is the first stage with that the Genesee that you were like, I just need to know he wanted it, and he's like lazing about. He's not putting
Yeah,
any heart
100%.
into it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lune.
Hey, Captain. I got a little bit of background here. This is kind of my home turf. I'm aware of what were they called again?
The
Labradoodles.
Who was these people? Are they the bastard and the bitch, or are they the Labradoodles, or who the fuck are these people?
Where are they? What is their formal house name?
What is their
Mr.
formal
DM?
name?
I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna defer to Robin.
So they protest that their name is actually the Labradoodles. Literally
Okay.
everyone calls them the bastard and the bitch behind their backs.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait, the
Um,
bastard and the bitch are
I-
people? They're actually two people?
The
can
heads
get
of
on
the
board.
house.
The heads
Yeah,
of the house.
the
And
heads
this
of
is
the
their
house, yeah.
and this is one of their ships.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay.
they're not on this ship.
The one on the left looks like
Improv.
Bismarck.
Yeah,
Improv.
they're-
Camille
yeah.
probably knows their actual names.
Yeah, okay.
Probably.
Got it.
And I'm all well and good. They've done a lot of harm, way more than good. Can we just we talked about Robin brought up the whole forcing people into servitude thing. Before we kill people, can we have like that I don't know if this is true to life. I hope I'm not appropriating or anything. It's just in the stories. Can we have like that pirate moment where after the fight everybody's tied up and they get a chance to join us? Because if they've been forced into servitude and they're on the ship, that'd probably be a pretty cool opportunity for them, and that way we're making sure anybody innocent doesn't die.
If they lay down their swords, they will have an opportunity to continue living. Between
Are
you
you-
and I, having done this before, I do not expect that.
Are you gonna
But
like
if
crash
they lay
onto
down,
the?
I sure
Sorry.
am.
Are you gonna like crash onto the deck and like announce that opportunity?
No, I'm going to crash onto the deck and cut at least 3 of them down before that offer is made.
Is it at least gonna be the ones with the big hats that look like they're dressed well and super comfortable?
It will be the ones that decide that they're going to swing at me first.
No, you're doing it all wrong. Get in line. Oh.
Goats
All right.
and cows.
This conversation was not as comforting as I had hoped to. Back to the initial flashback.
Camille, get in there. Get in there. They need a real leader in here as an example. Okay. Well, Camille, here's the deal. You can be in the initial boarding party 1.
Mhm.
And I just point to one of the lizard folk. I'm like, you're out.
We're getting high. We've been getting high every time I walk up, bro.
That's the problem. Get out of here.
I was going to be part of a boarding party, and then
So-
I got high.
So at this point, I offer Camille to be in the first boarding party, and I say, if you want to announce to everybody that there's an opportunity to surrender, I could put you up front, and you'll be one of the first people on deck. Admittedly, Savvy's probably gonna beat you down there.
Yeah, all right.
So you get down there as one of the first people, you can announce that, but all hell's gonna break loose shortly thereafter.
Yeah, honestly, the way I see it is just you and me here. Savvy's a little bit of a distance away, I hope,
Yeah,
at this
and
point.
I am a little distracted. I'm like, Erne, what are you doing? Oh, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with. I'm not gonna be able to talk her out of this, but at least then I can do some kind of damage control. You know what I mean? And plus, if they run up to her, they're definitely gonna die if they get there. I got the long reach. I can try to.
Yeah,
fair
what kind
polearm
of
mastery.
reach do you got there? What's that referred to as?
Well, I don't want to brag, but I'm a bit of a polearm master.
Oh, no way! So like, as a master of polearms, what would they get like within 5 feet of you? You can hit them.
Well, no, more like 10, 15, probably 10. We'll stay modest. Probably
No
like 10
way.
feet.
10 feet. Wow. Wow. And you have to wait until your turn to do that?
Not at all.
Oh, wow.
You sons of bitches.
Okay.
So we flash forward to the original flashback where Ham
Yeah.
is doing a flashback. We are
Yeah.
slightly more organized.
Okay.
Right.
Ham, I'm entirely with you. I'm not entirely
Look,
comfortable
I'll-
with the energy that Savvy's bringing to this, but
Listen, I'll protect you. That's what I can do. Best of luck down there.
Now that's what we like to see. I love the improvement in the hustle. We're almost there, gang.
Well, after we flashbacked twice with the side flashback, I think we're good.
Okay. You
Yeah,
are
okay.
above the ship, 100 feet up. From this vantage point, you're above them. You can't really see too well unless you're leaning over deck to see what's beneath you, but essentially your ship is above them, and above you is pitch black night sky. The waters are calm, calm enough that you can hear laughter and partying, a quiet crew having a good time on this ship. What do you do?
I hold up my hand to stall everyone, and telepathically I say, roll call, group leader 4, sound off, and it's in their brain. And then I go to the group leader 3, go to group leader 2, I go to Camille, and then I look to Savin and go, the boarding party's yours, Captain.
Out of curiosity, 100 feet isn't that much. It's really not.
It's enough to break my spine.
Does anybody look up? Like, or I mean, again, they may not. That's a reasonable thing that may not happen, but I'm more curious if indeed it does seem as though we are unnoticed at this point. You were describing laughter and
Yeah.
whatnot.
I would like to give a little bit of credence to the argument that Giggles is making here. which is human ears are not adept at picking up vertical noises very well, and they actually think it's mostly coming from around them. And so I'm gonna say it would be harder. I'm just saying. But
I will
anyways, I'll
tell you
back
this.
off.
At this point, you are not noticed unless you want to be.
Okay, then. So, in deciding that, then, just for confirmation, Savvy is going to go over the rails with boarding party 1. Is anybody else going with her as a part of that group?
Camille is.
Camille is.
Ham
Mercy will
is
go.
Ham's got his bow over the side and just holding an action. If somebody attacks Camille or Savvy, shoot him.
Okay. What I need you
So-
all to do is
Oh,
I
and
need
Mercy. Camille,
I
Savvy, or
need you to
Mercy.
roll initiative.
Wait, I don't have my token to
Oh,
click on.
you can't roll initiative, can you?
I can't. I mean, I can.
I mean, we
but...
can.
No, don't do that thing. Don't.
While you're adding the tokens and stuff, let me. Would you like me to describe what boarding party 1 looks like?
Yes,
Well,
please.
I won't describe what Savvy's doing, but Monk, if you'd like, I could give you some context for what's about to happen.
Ooh, it's going to be really fucking cool.
Okay.
We wait for
Nope.
this shit.
I'm gonna
Rope
turn
of
off that
climbing.
music and I'm gonna turn on something a little bit more piratey because holy shit, it's happening. And turn on some water effect. Okay, so yes, I do want to. So initiative won't start until it does, and you're absolutely gonna get a surprise round. I put the ship a little bit south of it so I can just see the map, but essentially you're above it and within 100 feet. Okay, now tell me what's happening.
So, you see lined along one side of the, maybe on both sides of the ship, honestly, the boarding parties. Boarding party 1, weapons drawn. Boarding party 2 holds 2 javelins each.
Okay.
Boarding party 3 holds 4 javelins each. Boarding party 4 holds 6 javelins each, and so on. And they're ready for boarding party 1 to step overboard.
Okay.
Several things will happen in quick succession. Robin will cast Featherfall on the first 5 to step off. Boarding party 2 will throw javelins down, along with the other boarding parties. So the remaining boarding parties will throw it down. It'll take 2 rounds for boarding party 1 to hit the deck, which is why boarding party 2 has 2 javelins. Then, once they've hit the deck, boarding party 2 steps overboard, and Robin will cast Featherfall on them again, and that will leave 2 javelins left with boarding party 3, which again it's going to take 2 rounds for them to land. So they'll have just enough javelins for the previous boarding party to get to the deck, so they can hail down just javelins from above.
Jeez.
And what signifies us to begin this boarding party is...
Savvy is going to step overboard. And she is not going to get Featherfall. She's just going to step overboard.
Okay, you're
Before
gonna
she
fall.
does, she is going to cast Blade Ward on herself as an action.
Okay.
And she's going to seek to land directly on the deck, preferably near the wheel.
Okay. So go ahead and everyone now click on your tokens, roll initiative. Is that everyone? Okay. So. Shit, guys. Okay. Camille rolled a 6. Okay. Gotcha. That's everyone. You're already in order. Good. Okay. So. You step off the ship. Go ahead and put your token where you're going to land. And what you're going to see Well, as you drop, you get resistance to bludgeoning damage. So
Not, but only from weapon attacks. It has very little to do with the falling damage, and has nothing to do with the falling damage. But the idea is that they fall at a rate that's going to take them 2 turns to reach the deck with feather fall. Savvy is going to give them a beat, so a few seconds. And as she steps over, the idea is that we're all going to be landing about at once.
shit. Okay. And the
Just
fall
a
damage
second
to
ahead.
are you doing anything to mitigate the fall damage from dropping
yes.
100 feet?
Yeah. So
Close passage.
the goal,
Okay.
no, not passage, preservation. So the
preservation.
idea is that when Savvy goes to hit the deck, she is going to slam into it, at which point in time a thick eldritch cocoon will immediately sort of spring up and envelop her and encase her
Okay.
where she stands. Now, it's worth noting that Blade Ward, and the reason I did this, does not require concentration, and it does last until the end of your next turn. It does give me resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage from weapon attacks.
Okay.
Now, post-preservation gives me temp HP, but it also gives me a lot of that. So that any kind of fall damage is going to apply against the temp
Okay.
HP first.
Okay. 100
I
feet
have
would
ropes.
be
I have ropes of climbing. I could have made this so much less violent.
less cool, you mean? So 100 feet would be 10d6 damage, but since you're landing on top of the top deck, it's only going to be 7d6 fall damage, and you step off, initially starting the fight, waiting for everyone to
right.
begin to feather fall. So you'll take 23 points of raw
25.
falling damage.
You rolled it.
Or 25, sorry, I didn't see yours. So 25 damage of from landing with the heavy thud, and you'll see at the helm a rather cool-looking captain named 1d4 bonk damage. We'll edit her name.
That's
Stormy
good because I
Smooth
hate
Battle.
her first name. I
love it.
hate it.
I love it.
So she's now 1d4 bonk damage. You know, why name these things, these people? Yeah, her name was Stormy, but not anymore. And with a heavy thud, the rest of the crew land with you, the Janussi. And they land throughout the ship, including Captain Rose's because he's not missing this. And you said there's 5 of them?
Yeah, 5 plus Savvy. So it's
Okay.
4 Janussi, Camille, Savvy.
Okay.
And didn't
I'm
Mercy
I'm
say
there
wanted-
too.
Yeah.
I'm there
Well, Mercy
too.
went there too. So
Oh.
3 Janussi, Mercy,
Yeah.
Camille,
Okay.
Savvy.
And you all land
One
Uh,
more Genasi off the ship.
with grace. Now,
And poise.
and poise.
I do also want to mention, before dropping, I activate my form of dread, so I land on the deck of the ship as a tall, lanky monster.
Holy cow. Holy cow, guys. Okay. And then you'll give everyone a fright as they quickly drop their ale and the table falls over, dice roll on the floor, cards go up into the air. You see immediately in their startled expression, they have no idea where you came from, and they slowly start to look up, and their mouths drop as they are seeing a floating bottom of a ship, and they're processing how it's 70 feet above them. So, with that in mind, surprise round, what are you doing?
I'm holding my action. I'm waiting for somebody to attack Mercy, Savvy, or Camille.
Okay, action held.
All the boarding party 2, 3, and 4 are all gonna start throwing javelins.
Okay. So, javelin, and they're just throwing them at everyone down there?
Yeah, they're essentially trying to basically just do covering fire for the slowly falling 5 people.
Okay. So as soon as they land, startling everyone, the javelins start coming down. Um,
Because just to clarify the timing, Savvy's gonna hit instantly, and that's round 1, and it's gonna take 2 rounds before the boarding party land on deck because they fall
One
60
extra
feet.
round. One extra round because they drop at the same time, right? So in this, basically, Sevi goes 100 feet, they go 60 in the same turn, and then 1 turn thereafter.
So they won't land until round 2 of this. So during the surprise rounds, boarding party 1 is all just floating down. They'll be 40 feet above the ship by the end of the surprise round.
okay.
I thought
Okay.
you said you were giving people a beat so everybody was landing at the same time.
That's also we could do either option. So it's up to Savvy.
I was gonna say the beat is more, again, to ensure that it's not 2 full turns that you guys have to wait before she hit, or after she hits, right? The idea is one round of settling and intimidation, and then 1 round following that of action if needed. But
Gotcha.
first round, basically, which would serve as the surprise round, would be basically a shock and awe.
Okay. Well, you definitely shocked 1d4 bonk damage. And you'll notice that French Seal is going to say, Gitalo! What is this shit? As French Seal also looks up. And then you'll see that Lord Tippets is going to say, oh, my dearest, what has come upon us? As Lord Tippets also is kind of freaked out. So, yeah, that's happening. Now,
Which one's French Sly? Which
French Sill.
No, but there's French Sill, but there may have been a typo when I first submitted it. So there's French Sly in there as well.
Wait, you submitted it twice?
Yeah, I submitted it as French Sly and I typoed, and then I
Okay.
had to resubmit it as
Yeah.
French Sill.
So, okay, that's cool. French Sly is going to say, I don't know, French Seal. What is happening? What the fuck, as we say in the French. So, I need to know, did the javelins fall? Are we throwing javelins now to land
Yes.
as everyone else is
During the
landing?
surprise round, javelins are being thrown.
Okay, roll 5d20 plus 2.
Jeez.
As these javelins are going to fly.
It would be a disadvantage.
At disadvantage. So roll 10. Actually, roll it with disadvantage. Twice at a time. 2 at a time.
Did
All
I
of
do it?
them. Okay, so oh my gosh. Okay, so the 6 misses. The 2 misses. 2. Okay.
The 9.
The 9 misses.
So 12, 10, 6, 2, and 9 were the first 5
They
rolls.
all miss. But they scare the crap out of them. They are scared. And then
Lots of splashes.
Savvy, you land and Kit Kat Tofik, thank you for the follow. Dope. I hope you like what's happening as we are raiding a ship from the sky down on the water. Now, Savvy, you crack the ground underneath you, and as you hit the ground with a heavy thud, Camille and Mercy land also on the ship with the rest. You see all the javelins hit, and then the captain herself looks at you, 1d4 bonk damage, and doesn't say a word. What do you do? Oh, sorry. It's your choice what order you want to go in, because it's a surprise round. At the next round, it'll start with Hamish.
Savvy, because she is enveloped when she hits that deck during the surprise round, is not going to be able to respond or anything. It's just going to look like this very creepy eldritch stone that is going to land and crash down on the deck right behind them. Like, she's encased in it, but it doesn't look like a person. It just looks like this cocoon almost that has slammed into their deck.
Holy shit, that's awesome. Okay,
And until the end of that
the end of the
functionally
surprise
at that
round.
point, she's not going to again be able to react at all.
Okay. Does anyone else?
2001: A Space Odyssey obelisk.
It's awesome. Does anyone else want to do anything in this initial first round as you're surprising them?
I'll shoot my crossbow down. I'll help with the cover fire.
And you'll have disadvantage?
I don't believe so. The crossbow.
Why was disadvantage called? Was it because of the looking down in altitude?
Javelins are 30-foot range by
Oh, okay.
default. Their
Got it.
extreme range is 120, so anything after 30 but up to 120 is disadvantage.
Okay, thank you. So this won't be with disadvantage then. It's just a regular shot. Except you have disadvantage because of that thing you said earlier, and I was like, disadvantage on you.
What thing did I say earlier?
I don't
forgot.
remember, but I think you pressed the button. I'm kidding. Go ahead, roll.
What? No, I will own my disadvantage.
It's somewhere
I just
in
wanna
this
know
stream. I was like,
I just wanna
disadvantage
know
on you.
what did I say?
I
I forgot.
I think you pressed
Does
the
anyone
button.
remember?
I don't.
It's okay. A
I do
19.
remember him saying that though.
Yeah, a
Let me
19
give you
hits.
the
Um,
no. Let me give you the disadvantage.
Yes. Okay. An 18 also hits. Who are you hitting?
I'll shoot the person who's on this the ballista on the front.
Okay. And you will do how much damage?
8 piercing.
Okay. She screams out in pain. And as she does, bless you, you are going to hear a scream come from another person. And as you're looking, and those of you on deck can see this, there is a woman who is currently in like one of those torture devices where your head and your arms go through the plank of wood and then they close it and lock it and they throw tomatoes at your face. She's right here on the front of the ship and she's gonna say, "What the bloody hell is going on? You gotta let me out of here, please, Avril. I can help." As Avril screams as the arrow goes through her shoulder. Anything else from you, Robin?
Wait, Avril, like as in Levine?
Yes, like that,
Avril
but
Lavigne?
not Avril Lavigne.
Nope, that's me. I shoot and
Yeah.
then I duck back behind the ship so I can't
Okay.
get shot back at.
Okay, anyone else? Round one.
I know that I think was Camille gonna say something?
Yeah, wait, So are we landing at the same time as Savvy or not?
During the surprise round, you're 40 feet off the ship.
Okay, we're going to in the next. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so
Right.
you still have your action and stuff. You're slowly
yeah.
floating down.
That's totally fine. It's just Monk said we were there, and I got confused again. I want to, from 40 feet up, I want to cast Minor Illusion and center it right behind where Savvy's cocoon has landed, and I just want it to make like spooky, like alien insect sounds, like sounds that would come from the abyss, just like horrific.
Oh. Okay, so let's have a performance check.
But like echoing, so it's like not. It doesn't sound like she's shrieking. It sounds like there's something about the cocoon's presence.
To be
Okay.
clear, the performance check though shouldn't be necessary because that is the explicit effect of the spell.
Yeah,
It's
it
true.
just happens.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I'm not doing ventriloquism.
Okay.
I'm not throwing my voice. I'm just I'm casting. Minor
Okay,
Illusion.
that's dope. Okay, so it starts to reverberate these abyssal sounds. What does that sound like, Leon? Don't.
Something.
Don't.
Something. But no. It's something. It's
Do not. We will end the stream right now if you press that button.
Monk, you've gotten to know me
Now
so
all I
well
want
these
to
past
do-
few months.
All I want to do is press that button now. You can't, Monk. You can't say don't do something because that's all I want to do.
Okay, I will exhibit self-control. but I also can't make the sound because it will peak my microphone and you will hear nothing.
Okay.
But just like high-pitched chitters and squeals and things that sound like they're just like vaguely echoing.
Like if a chipmunk got in front of a microphone.
No,
and squeaked?
scarier than that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like a spider with sentience, but you're also, you know, the
Like the
bridge
Demogorgon.
on a you know the bridge on a violin, that wooden piece that makes the
Yeah.
strings very taut at the end. If you've ever drawn the bow over that part of the strings, it makes a
Okay.
very shrill, horrid sound.
Yeah.
So just all of that at the same time.
Okay.
Like a little treat. That.
Okay, so you three at them.
Oh,
Uh-oh, what did
lost
we
my-
lose? Who do we
Uh,
lose?
we
Lost
lost
to
Leon.
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 Bye, Leon.
He didn't like my treat.
Okay, so who's next?
I think it's me. Top of
Yeah.
the round, yeah.
Well,
Well, unless anybody else has something they want to do during the surprise round. Again, because Mercy, for example, you do have your action. You're
do.
just 40 feet up right now.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of things that aren't just going to decimate the ship. So we're just
That's
gonna.
good too.
she starts welding.
So she's just more just surveying, kind of just being like clocking where everyone's at,
Okay.
and just
Uh-oh.
Okay.
seeing where valuable stuff is and things.
Okay. So, that'll be your turn surveying. Leon's computer crashed, so the
Oh.
windows are going to be
It's
off.
a good thing it's a bottom of the round.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Sure.
Windows are going
Yeah,
to be
well-
off for a little bit.
We can
for-
just stay on this map.
Yeah, we'll just stay here, but sorry about that. So, now we're at the top of the initiative. So, Hamish.
So just to recap, just to paint a picture.
Yes.
In round one, Eldritch Cocoon crunches into the deck with chittering and reverberating sounds. Floating in a ghostly fashion, 5 armed to the teeth warriors, 3 of which who are on fire actively. A volley of crossbow bolts and arrows and mostly javelins splinter the deck as
Yeah.
they continue to descend.
Yes.
Yeah. 3 of these people don't exist in this world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, they look up at the people who are falling and see a full ship just above them.
Just floating up in the sky.
Floating. It's mid
Yeah,
middle.
and a massive zombie guy
Guys, I love
in a form of
D&D.
dread.
Everything about this game is just amazing.
Can't
Okay,
explain it to casuals.
so Hamish, the top of the round is yours.
Well, I sent you a message in Discord
Oh,
for secret stuff,
okay.
but
I'll read it right now.
I'm going to hold my action for somebody attacking Savvy, Mercy, or Camille,
Okay.
and that's my. I'll
That's
move
it?
over a little bit more. I'll move to there.
You move over in the. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna zoom out so that we can see both ships.
Sure.
But yeah, I see you moving over on deck. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, it is now the Janussi's turn, and on their turn, the first initial turn after the surprise round, are they still floating down? They'll float for 2 rounds.
They'll hit the deck now.
Damn. Okay.
And so boarding
Damn.
party 2 can step off this round.
Okay. Boarding party 2 steps off, and you're gonna use your reaction to give them featherfall.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is terrifying. So then what happens is those who are currently on deck, the 3 of them, Rosusid is going to look over at this girl who's currently trapped and say, Aura, is it? Okay. Yeah, no, you're free, but you're with us. Savvy? And he's going to put a knife up to her throat, and she's going to say, oh, yeah, no, of course, this is cool. I'm with you. You let me free, I'll tell you everything you need to know. And then he's going to
Robin
hold...
calls down, that's not Savvy!
Stop. So he's going to hold an action until well, actually no, he's gonna start to unlock her. This girl is gonna run up to the front of the ship where you'll find Avril, and Avril is already starting to reach for the large crossbow that's mounted to the front of the ship, and she is going to stab her with a scimitar, and Avril's gonna dodge and miss. This one, one of the twins is going to attack this man, and he is going to do damage to him. As you see, they are now in a sword fight, and that is going to be it for them as the next crew starts to drop off, which is another 5, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
And
got it.
I can roll javelin throws for them again if you want.
Yes, please, and it'll be with disadvantage.
This time it won't be disadvantage, right? Because they're 40 feet, or is it? No, 30 feet is
Right.
where.
Mhm.
Okay.
30 feet
Maybe we should have them do crossbows rather than javelins.
Like how that's
For
I
so
like the
weird.
javelin, so it's a good aesthetic. It's a good aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's way more intimidating.
Okay. So here's the first 5,
Wow.
and then here's the disadvantages.
Okay. So the first
Okay, so the rolls are as follows: 10,
miss,
8,
miss,
6,
miss,
2,
miss,
and 4.
miss.
I mean, they get pluses to those. I don't know what their pluses are.
Oh. Say
Plus 2.
the numbers again.
10.
Miss.
What's their pluses to it?
+2.
Okay, that's the highest roll.
Yeah.
Then they all missed.
Okay, so more javelins splintering around the deck.
Okay.
We'll work on that.
It's your first raid, guys. There's so many more to come, I promise.
But
Their
imagine
nerves
how
are getting to them.
intimidating that is. Just bars of metal just come slamming down into the deck.
Okay. Hamish, you're on here twice. I don't like that.
Um,
So instead,
I don't
it's
know how I'm on there twice.
either Savvy's or Mercy's turn, your choice. And then I'll make it permanent for the rest of the fight. You both rolled 12.14.
On
Savvy or Mercy?
Savvy goes first.
'Kay.
Savvy goes first.
Deal. We'll leave it as is.
on my screen, it shows Savvy first.
Yeah, I deleted
Well,
it.
my turn is really easy. I'm in the cocoon because it was till the end of my next turn, right? So surprise round it hits. End of my next turn is when it goes away, unless the cocoon is destroyed before then. So Savvy is still there, but I'd like to imagine that again. What this is beginning to see is that the cocoon is beginning to writhe and recede. But that's going to take several seconds for that to happen. So
Okay.
ultimately, there I have no action, reaction, etc.
I don't know why that scares me more, because Savvy's like building up her superpower or something. But Savvy for a second turn does nothing except cocoon stuff. Mercy, your turn.
Mercy is going to use
Welcome back, Leon.
Thank you.
this cool spell that she's got called Heat Metal.
Ew.
You have heat metal and
Um,
weld? That's flavorful.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna use it so the half orc that's in front, next to Savvy,
Okay.
I assume, pulled out a sword.
Yeah, he did. And you are going to confront Audie, the confident Digby. And he is clattered in metal, in all of his straps, even his sword itself. As a matter of fact, he's got metal attached to his head as makeshift stitches.
Well,
which
I'm
is-
only only focusing on the sword.
Heat
Good.
the metal
Give
in
you
his
just-
head. Heat
So-
the metal in his head.
Fun one.
The world's
So,
worst.
I'm kidding.
enemy.
He doesn't have metal on his head. So the sword is hot,
It
hot,
looks
hot.
like-
He rolls.
He does.
Hot chocolate.
He rolls a con save.
Yeah, he's got to roll a con save to continue holding the sword.
He succeeded. He rolled a natural
He still
15. He's
takes-
got modifier. So what's the damage?
He still takes 4 points of
Okay.
heat damage.
Ouch. Says Digby.
That was mildly unpleasant.
Zug zug. Anything else, Mercy?
Oh, yeah, that's all I had.
Okay. Robin, what are you doing up there, pal?
Could I have thrown out a command for them to lower the ship a bit, so that way we can be more in range.
Did you practice this? Because the captain is currently off the ship.
Well, yeah, I mean, like,
Flashback. It happened. I learned that.
flashback happened.
Blades in the Dark. We flash back and they're like, okay, Robin's gonna be the captain whenever Savvy's not the captain. And they're like, aye,
Bring us
I
down a
actually
little
think that was
bit.
how much is a little bit?
Like 60 feet above. them.
60 feet, aye, aye, Robin. And then it starts to drop 60 feet. Now, it's not going to drop 60 feet in one turn. It's going to drop 20 feet in a turn.
So it would drop 40 feet this turn just to get us down to 60 because we're 100 feet above them.
Correct.
So if it drops 20 feet
Per turn.
could it drop the... Wait, actually, I'm fine with that. I'm good
Okay.
with that because the upper deck is only 70 feet below us. So
Yeah.
if we drop 20 feet, that means I'm only 50 feet away from them.
I don't like that
which
kind of
means
math, but it sounds like it's working. So, yes. we're
They're
gonna roll
in
it.
range.
Okay.
It happens. Let me just make sure they're in range of this other thing. 1 second. Yep, they're in range of both things. So I call down to, and it looks like this is the most captain-y person, correct?
Yeah. Her name is well, it
1d4
was
bonk.
Captain Stormy Smooth Paddle, but
No, it's 1d4 bonk.
it's 1d4 bonk.
1d4
Captain 1d4 bonk.
I go, hey,
1D.
the former captain of this ship, is that you? I'm calling over the edge.
Former captain says what?
Fucking yes, it's me.
Can I steal that? Can I steal that? Former captain says what?
Sorry, what? You're way up. What is happening up there?
It happens.
I don't even say what I was originally planning to say. Those are my unsettling words.
Oh, okay.
So they have
I
a
thought we were role-playing.
minus. They have a -1 to the
Deal.
next save.
Okay.
Ooh.
But
Yeah.
their next save, as I like to imagine that it's as Savvy is almost fully coalesced in front of this
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Their joints and muscles start to lock up. And I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw.
Hey, for those of you who are new to the show,
Hey.
wisdom save means everyone takes a drink. Thank
Shots.
you. Wisdom save, guys. Doesn't even have to be the cool. It can be the spicy water. Okay.
Wait, yours is
So,
spicy?
the hold person is on the former captain known as Captain Wendy. Okay.
1D.
She rolled a natural 1.
That's a -1, so it's actually
She rolled a
It's zero.
0.
It's
A
a
crit
zero.
fail.
it's a crispy 0.
That
So
means she's out for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
So-
Which will be short.
Very, very short.
So I basically lean over and I go, former captain, say what? She says what? And then maybe there's a noise or there's some movement from the cocoon, and I wait until she looks directly at the cocoon. That's when I hold person, and she stares, frozen, petrified, staring at her imminent doom. And that's my turn. I stand up straight again, and I give a thumbs up to Ham. Like, yeah,
Nice.
it's going so good.
Okay.
Paralysis demon. I like it.
And just so we're clear on what we're gonna do for the rest of the evening, because we started late and had some technical issues, we're gonna go through one more round and then we'll call it there. So we have 2 more turns in this round, and then we'll go for one more. She is going to spend her round staring in absolute disbelief of what's happening, every part of her body frozen, and at the end of her turn, she will roll a wisdom save and fail again. And her crew,
You hate to see it.
yeah,
Failure becomes us.
her crew is going to yell. You're gonna see Lenora yell, "Captain, we gotta do something! Captain, we're being boarded!"
Your
And
captain has abandoned you. She's
Lenora,
you in your time of need.
Lenora Dog Vossler is going to move here, and she is going to attack. Wait, Camille, are you on the deck?
I believe
Yeah.
at this point, yes. I am on
Okay,
that.
you're gonna get hit with a 16. Does a 16 hit?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, and with that, you'll
Dang.
take. Oh, you held an action?
Yeah, remember to anybody that attacked Mercy, Camille,
Yeah.
or Savvy.
Okay.
But I missed.
You did miss. You'll take 8 points of slashing damage.
And-
Camille.
Hang on, sorry, I forgot to. for my
And where was she a
form.
second ago?
Cool.
What?
And where was she when they landed?
When they landed, she was here,
Oh, she was right there. Okay, good.
and then she stepped here.
And she did she perhaps on that roll get advantage because of flanking?
Yes.
Would that
She
would
did
that
not.
advantage
Did
hold
not.
because the captain, the person giving the advantage is held by a held person spell?
You don't take damage.
Hell
But
yeah!
As a matter of fact, the first swing was a natural 1.
I mean,
So-
Ooh.
depending on how you want to rule it, technically there's nothing in the rules that says a paralyzed creature does not give flanking advantage.
I love this idea that she's like, Captain, please do something, Captain. I'm not the one that's supposed to be fighting. I'm the cook, and no one fucks with the cook. And then she swings and misses, and the blade goes flying, and it slides underneath the cannon. And she's like, "Oh, I should probably." And then she looks up at the ship, and she's like, "Captain." Meanwhile, he now looks like the Hulk now that I'm seeing him, but he's not a Hulk. He is Audie, the confident. Digby is gonna come up to you, and he's gonna say, "This is hot," and he's gonna swing at you, and he is going to miss because he's holding a hot blade. This crewmate is gonna swing at one of the twins.
Well, would Savvy get an attack of opportunity there? Is Savvy
Savvy
already
is-
out?
No,
Savvy's-
Savvy's still in a cocoon.
Cocoon.
Okay.
Cocoon.
But isn't it until the end of your next turn, which has already happened?
That's a fair point, but I don't want it. I
Okay.
decline it.
Okay.
Fair point, but no.
This girl is going to look at Rose, not Rosa said, is going to look at Bicey the Lovable, and she's gonna say, "Thanks, mate," and she's gonna run up and she's gonna stab Avril.
Hell yeah!
And Avril is gonna take more damage.
She's on the crew. She made it.
And then, oops, I just did 63 damage. That's not true.
Oops.
It was actually
oops.
6
That's a good
damage.
oops.
6 damage.
Oops.
Um,
That
Oops,
is
I just
an
did 63 damage.
impressive.
Yeah.
She's on the team. She did like a very like comical
She gets to
stab,
stay.
and the person just explodes.
yeah, just
Oh
like the
no!
black and white
Oh,
samurai
no.
movie.
I don't know
These
my own
two in the
strength.
crow nest are gonna load crossbow bolts, and they're gonna shoot down at Rosie Sid the Flawless. The first one's gonna natural 20, and the second one's gonna roll a natural 18. So he is gonna get a volley of two arrows. Damn, that's a lot of damage. He is bloodied. As they are going to start to ring a bell, and as they ring a bell, you can see light starting to flicker from underneath the ship. These two are going to move up. This one is going to get within melee range of you, not Leon, sorry, Camille. And then this one is going to move up and get within melee range of Yordun the Wonderful. And they both
so
swing.
Real quick, he might not, because when he, when he gets within 10 feet thing.
What happens?
Wait, so I thought it was like when he gets within 5 feet of you.
Because
Oh no,
are
no, no!
you
It's so fun, actually.
Are you a polearm apprentice? Because I hear
No,
that
no,
they
no,
have
no,
5
no.
feet.
A pull
Yeah,
arm
they
adept.
do have 5 feet, but it's I know it moved really fast, but actually I'm a polearm master. It'll be 10
Oh.
Master. Oh.
Whoa.
You don't
Wow.
say.
Ignore advantage. Oh, never mind. It's a 10.
A 10 misses. He not parlays. He parries it. He
No,
parries it.
He parlays.
He doesn't
All right,
parlay.
we got the ship,
Consider-
He
guys.
does not parlay. He parries.
He
Okay.
can parlay if he wants. That'd be a
Leon.
good
It's an
idea.
option.
polearm adept.
Camille, is your turn.
No.
No, he does get. I
No,
missed,
you're-
so he does get to approach.
Oh, good. He hits with an
You're-
18. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, it does.
Good.
You're a
He's gonna wish
polearm
he didn't, though.
master.
Damage,
Masters
guys.
make mistakes.
Oh, is he frightened because of your?
No.
Okay, so
That
you'll
would
take
also be
Not
if I did.
yet.
you'll take 6
Not
points
yet.
of slashing damage.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please make a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay, he rolled a natural 3.
Okay, well that's a failure, so he'll be taking how much? I always forget.
Big damage. Big damage.
2d10.
4d10 because I'm a warlock and I can
Oh,
only
that's
cast
right.
it at 3rd level.
Okay.
So he's gonna take
Ray Hellfire.
17
Oof.
points of fire damage.
Big
Okay.
numbers.
He
Sort of.
dies. He falls down the stairs in a clump of fiery magma.
Wait, that killed him?
You killed him.
Sorry.
So Cam,
Zombie.
What does that look like? What does
Oopsie.
that look like?
Cam's the first kill.
In
Uh,
my head, it's a backhand. In my head, that's like it's like a slash across your shoulder, and you just backhand him.
So you guys have actually I like that. You guys have seen Camille use Hellish Rebuke before, and it wasn't in his form of dread. It was very intentional. It was like these black orbs of flame appeared and like Gundam missiles seeked out the person that hit Cam. But this time he strikes Cam in the back, and Cam doesn't even look with his elongated, charred black hand. He just backhands the guy, and the guy catches on black fire and tumbles down the stairs.
I just hear the nope.
Okay. He's dead, guys. It's now your turn.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So now that I've killed a man and I'm a spooky guy, I'm gonna raise entropy, my scythe, up to the sky, and it does the blade is so black it only barely reflects the light of the moon.
Oh.
And as I do in that two-toned voice, everyone on the ship will hear, "You all have been boarded by the crew of Captain Dragonfell," with his free hand gesturing to the captain, releasing herself from this horrid cocoon. "Lay down your weapons, or share the fate of your captain." And as it lights with green flame, as I'll be using my my grave touched attack, I'm gonna bring the scythe down on the captain.
Okay, and that was badass. You'll have inspiration for that amazing monologue. I just want to remind the viewers that he's currently talking in a two-tone because of his visage. One is the voice of Tabis, the other the voice of Leon, and he looks like he is this person
I
that you
put
see
my
on the screen.
arm around Ham.
Not Leon, sorry, Camille. Shit. But it is a it's a drowned version of Camille. Thanks, bye. Okay, and then go ahead and make your attack roll.
At advantage.
Yes, I
Just
wasn't gonna say it
paralysis.
because I know you know.
And then if it hits,
19.
Wow, you rolled a
hits.
12 twice.
and if it hits, it's a crit.
Yes. So
It hit.
I'm gonna do this. Ignore the d6s. I don't know why those are there. But that is first 17 because I get that extra d10 from Grave Touched, and then 2 more d10. So,
Holy cow!
32 points of necrotic damage.
I think she's dead.
And this is non-lethal, by the way. I
Oh,
wanna specify
I'm
that
glad you
before
said that.
mention.
He's
Yeah.
not
I
dead.
am
Never
glad-
mind.
She's falling off from the
Okay,
damage, but
in
it's not
every
lethal.
other instance, I would have said you didn't say that before you swung and did all the damage, and then you did that, and then you say
I-
it's non-lethal. The
Actually, wait. This is definitively the captain looking at her, right?
Yeah, Captain Wendy.
Okay, this is happening right. I imagine Savvy's just getting vision coming out of the cocoon. I want to make my captain proud. It's the captain anyway. It will be lethal.
Okay, so you
We know
undied
that this
her.
one is gonna die, 100%.
Holy.
I imagine it's a backhand.
Backhand.
Okay,
Is she dead?
she's dead. Yeah.
Okay, can I add another description on there?
Yes.
as the scythe lights with green flame and I bring it down from the sky, no visible wound. Nothing is seen. I just pull the scythe back and I stand there for a moment. And as the spell fades because she's now dead and the parts of her unparalyzed, the two, right down the middle, the two halves of her split apart and hit the deck of the ship.
Underwood style.
Okay. I'm going to do some wisdom saving throws. Everyone, please take a drink because the cook saw that.
Another drink.
Fantasy Hulk saw that. The guys in the cockpit saw that. Mercy saw that. Shit, everyone's terrified of what just happened. And you have frightened everyone. Everyone.
She's not terrified.
Yeah, I
Well,
was gonna
obviously
say,
you guys
it's
aren't,
just
but
another Tuesday for me.
this crew of the Labradoodles are terrified right now. They are absolutely terrified. Hamish, top of the round as you see the crew screaming in fear and trying to retreat.
Okay, important distinction. They're trying to retreat.
They're trying to get off the deck. They're trying to get off away from the previously captain, and they're trying to move as far away from them as possible. Trying to go downstairs. What are you doing, pal?
And that's obvious to me that they're no longer interested in attacking Mercy or Camille.
We'll leave
They're
it up
just
to the
trying to get
dice.
away.
As this is Dungeons and Dragons, roll an insight check.
Okay,
Your DC is a 12.
I failed.
You don't realize that they're terrified. You just saw something really epic happen, and you're fixated on that to realize that they're fleeing.
In that case, I'm going to shoot Brother Green Man over there.
That's not Brother
Um,
Green Man. That is Digby.
I'm gonna shoot Digby,
Okay.
and I would like to argue unseen attacker on this, as there is javelins and everything falling from the sky. It's the middle of the night, and
Yeah.
I am behind. I am on the deck of a floating ship above them.
That's a
they
wonderful
can't see
argument.
me.
Yes. Audie the Confident
So-
cannot see you.
Perfect.
And his sword's real hot for some reason.
Audie the Hot Digby. Confident.
Adi Hot Sword Digby.
Audie
Nice.
Hottie.
Hottie hottie. That was my nickname. in
A
high school.
natural
shit.
20.
You
Uh,
didn't need
20.
it.
This guy had exposition for you. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Though. You can always just pass that over to another.
Nope, it was him.
NPC.
We missed
Okay,
it.
And
We
then
missed
what's your hunter's? Oh, that's right, you forgot it.
I
So
did not put
anything
Hunter's
else?
Mark. I didn't forget.
Oh, I'm just playing. You know.
Nah,
what you're-
but I did.
20 damage.
Yeah, so 20 damage on the first attack.
Okay,
Still up?
he's still standing, but he is dropping the sword and falling to a knee. He is on death's doorstep, but still alive.
I imagine this
Alright.
was a backhand.
Okay, if he's dropped and incapacitated, I'm gonna go for this one. You all
The
right with
cook? Okay.
that? Cook
yeah,
is attacking Camille.
That's fine.
I got
No,
a job to do.
It's cool.
Yeah.
But you did see that they threw their swords, so they are disarmed.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, she went to attack and
I
accidentally.
got another
threw a
nat
sword
20.
on.
No, you
Oh
did
my
not. You
God.
did.
did.
Oh.
my god.
Oh my! Overwatch ham.
So,
Okay.
so,
He's ham god eye. That's who he is.
another 20 damage.
Okay. Lenora Dog Vossler looks at you, Camille, and sees that you have just sliced her captain in twain. And the last thing she says to you as an arrow hits the top of her dome, who... And then she crumples down the stairs and lands on top of this burning body. Dog Vossler's dead.
As you see, just an arrow sticking up from the top of her head.
That's it? Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Hunter's Mark on the green guy.
Oh, well, that's cool.
That's the proper order to do it.
It sure
That's
is.
correct, actually. Yeah.
It sure is.
Okay.
How you're supposed to
It
do
may have
it.
given. It may have given us. I'm just gonna. Oh wait, hold on.
Two
I'm
nat
casting that.
20s.
I'm casting that. I'm not doing damage. Um,
And it's weird. Your second nat 20 was green. Oh, that was damage. Never mind. Red. Okay. Cool. All right. So, on their turn,
So the second boarding party will hit the deck. Can we have some of them land in the crow's
They will
nest?
not. They'll hit the deck next turn. They take 2 turns to fall. They jumped when they were still 100 feet up. They do not reach this turn.
okay.
But last turn,
It has literally been 1 full turn since the surprise round.
Mopsy said take
Oh.
a drink. Thank you, Mopsy.
but I'm out
Hydrate.
of hydration.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you're out of hydration
Yeah.
because we're 14 minutes past. It's true. Okay. So, no, because I mean it's already been a massacre. We'll say they're still falling for one more round. But
yeah,
that doesn't stop.
It's every even round that
Okay.
the boarding party lands.
Okay. Well, on this side, you're going to see that your Dune is going to get advantage as she now has a new partner, at least for the time being, and she is going to murder Alira. And Lyra's going to call out, "You bitch," as she gets stabbed in the back. As our friend here, Aura, she's cool. And then this person is going to run over here and attack this one. And miss. That's okay. And then Rosie Sid is gonna look at Mercy and he's gonna say to you, "I don't feel good, but I still got a little bit in me." And he's gonna cast Burning Hands on the guy next to him, and the guy next to him is going to ignite on fire. And I'm just gonna put a little.
Wait, what do you mean you don't feel good? Did you get injured or are you nauseous? What's going on?
Oh, he is bloodied. Bloodied.
You get hit with a rain of arrows.
Yeah, he's almost dead. I'm gonna put this on this guy because he's currently on fire. And then that'll be it for them. Savvy, you're up.
As Savvy steps forward out of this cocoon, she steps over the separated corpse of the captain and takes a spot over the corpse of the captain to survey the deck. As she looks out from the top deck with a terrifying figure to her left wielding a scythe made of nightmares, hardly seen in the light of the night, Savvy looks over the top deck down to the remaining members of the crew as again javelins are raining down from the sky. There are fiery people descending from a floating ship above them.
Yeah.
And there are warriors on the deck. Their people are falling, and yet not one member of our crew has yet fallen. In seeing that, she is then going to address the remaining members of the crew.
Before you do,
I am Captain. Oh, go ahead.
sorry to interrupt you. I just want to say hi to Pat Magnetic. Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, we did reach our follow goal.
We hit our follow goal. Thank you. You're our 220. Thank you so much. Cheers.
You always remember your 220th.
Yeah, that's the 220th mark on the board. Thank you. Congratulations, everyone. Okay, Captain.
I am Captain Dragonfell. Your ship is now ours. Your crew is now ours. Your goods are now ours. Lay down your swords, and you will live. Do not, and we will kill you where you stand. The choice is yours.
Intimidation with advantage as
Okay.
you lay down the law. Lay down your arms
here.
or die.
Called an ultimatum.
A 21,
21?
beats my 5.
I was gonna say that as a bonus action, her sword was going to become empowered again with the same kind of tendrils that made up her cocoon. and form Eldritch Maw, which does allow her strikes to hit up to 15 feet away.
Okay.
And it just so happens that there is one person in particular who laid a hand on Roseson, who is 15 feet away.
Yeah.
And so he's going to be the one that Savvy chooses to attack.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. That would just be a normal roll because she doesn't have advantage. I'd take it back. I use my inspiration to give this attack advantage.
I like it. Holy. A 16 hits.
16? Okay. And I'll do 11 slashing and 5 force.
That's enough to kill this person.
So when that happens, a very curious thing will occur where as the tendrils from her sword strike him, they are going to appear to rip a shadow from the man's falling body as she tears his soul from his body and forms an accursed specter, which is going to be drugged back next to her with the tendrils.
What?
As if to accentuate the point.
I imagine this is a backhand.
I officially.
Wait. Is this like a familiar to you now for the time being?
I get a specter.
Okay. With Spectre stats?
I get a specter.
The specter
Yeah,
remains in
yeah,
your
like
service
an
until
actual
end of your next long rest.
Wow,
Yeah,
I've never
I get a
heard of that.
specter. Yeah, that's a hexblade.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I-
Okay.
I've only
How-
heard of
how do
Spectre
I
once
feel
before.
about
It was an okay James
It's
Bond
just a
movie.
technique, Hamish. It's just a technique.
There's a
I
big
love
difference. There's
the
a big
callback.
difference between that and ripping the souls out of somebody's body.
It's a callback
It
to
does, I
episode
mean,
2.
you don't know it's a soul. It could just be a little spooky shadow. You don't know that.
Spooky.
Obligatory
It just
specter. I
follows.
hardly know her.
It could be shadow puppets. Just
It could be. It could be.
I'm simply saying this.
Okay.
So that's Savvy's turn.
That's a good turn. Mercy, you're up.
I am going to heal our companion. So 13 hit points back to him.
Okay. Good. He
It's
needed
beautiful.
it. He was gonna die on his next turn.
No, he
Wasn't
wasn't.
Wasn't
They
going
were
to
going
let that
to
happen.
take damage.
That's awesome. He's doing okay. He's like, oh, encouragement. Thank you. Okay. Anything else?
She's gonna hand him a healing potion.
Yeah, he'll put it on his hip.
She's like, you're not supposed to die.
Well, not under your watch. Thank you. Thank you, Mercy.
And that's her turn.
Okay. Robin.
I can't quite hear what Savvy's saying. Can we get the ship a little closer?
Yeah, I can get you 20 feet closer.
No, a little bit like closer sideways. A little and I'd like them to pull up right next to the crow's nest. And I go, hey, stop shooting at my crew down below. And then I thunderwave the whole crow's nest.
Holy shit. Okay, that's a little overkill. Which one, the front or the back?
The one that I think probably the back, because that's the one that was shooting at these guys.
Both of them were. There's a guy, a crow's nest here, and a crow's nest here.
Yeah, let's do the one. Let's do the one back here, because this guy, because they both were the ones that were shooting at this guy, right? Because two of them.
They were
shot
both
from the
shooting
crow's
at
nest.
Rosa said, yeah.
Oh, Rosa said over here. I
Yeah.
misunderstood. I thought it was at the very back. Then I'll do the one up the front near Savvy.
Okay.
And I'll explode the whole crow's nest with a 3rd level thunder wave.
Okay, he's gonna make a dexterity
Wow.
save. And
It's a Constitution save.
well, it explodes. Okay, yeah, we'll do a Constitution. He's gonna succeed. He rolled a natural 19.
Did he?
Did he? Did he?
Did he?
Did he?
Did he?
Did
Let's have
he?
him reroll. And I'm gonna give that advantage over to Sammy.
Okay, well now he rolled a 13. Even with modifier, he does not succeed. He goes.
He also gets thrown 10 feet.
Okay, he is going to land next to Rosie Sid.
Rosa.
Yeah, he's gonna land. Rosie Sid will step out of the way. There we go. And he's gonna land on his neck.
And how far high up? Is
Enough to kill him.
Hell yeah.
He's dead. And just
I think he was
splinters
probably
and
dead
wooden
before he
planks.
hit the ground.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and so this crow's nest just gets obliterated, and I turn over to and I point at the other crow's nest and go, "Hey, you cut that out, or you're next."
He puts his hands up. Yeah.
That's right.
You cut
No.
that shit out.
No, I'm sorry I raised my voice at you.
I'm envisioning this as a backhand.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's how I imagine it.
I just backhand this guy so hard, a thunder wave appears.
Okay. The rest of the crew is going to start pouring out. And there's another 6 or 7 of them that come out of this door here, and seeing everything that's been going on, seeing the captain split in half, hearing through the grates that this ship has been taken over, you're going to start to hear 1 clank, and then 2 clanks, and then multiple clanks as scimitars start dropping to the floor, and they're going to say, all right. I just want to tell you that the cargo's still alive. If that's what you're here for, we didn't kill them. And that's going to be it for their turn. It's now your turn, Camille.
I'm just gonna very calmly make my way here, just kind of brushing past some of the people that came from below decks, barely touching them, just looming over them as this tall, gaunt, undead figure.
Yeah.
Dragging my scythe along the deck as I do, and I'm just gonna stand there because now they're all wonderfully within 10 feet of me, and that's where I want them.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna do anything.
We will stay in initiative just in case. But this is where we are going to call our sesh. Players, cast and crew, thank you so much for staying overtime. I did not want to leave until we got through this. And for everyone who's been watching tonight, thank you for tuning in. We hit our goal of 220 and we're so happy. Puff, thanks for the sub. And Frost, Colin, you're the GOAT, man. Thank you. Good session, everybody. That's one to remember. From start to end, that was fantastic.
That was
Well
cool.
done.
That was a good one.
Well done.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna switch to the tavern show. Mopsy, can you please turn your camera on? I'd love for you to take a bow from the Fireweed Inn and Tavern as a sub. If you're listening,
She's falling asleep. On the
if
couch.
not, I'm not even worried about it. But thank you, Mopsy. Oh, she's here. Okay, I'm gonna cue you in, Mopsy. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
You know she's deafened in here, so there's a bit of a delay.
We can't hear you. Okay, we're coming back. Mopsy,
That works.
you done great.
That works.
You're awesome.
Great
I'm
job.
so sorry. Hi.
You did it.
She's like, I was napping. You woke me up. Dang it. Go back to sleep, Mopsy. We just want to say we love you and thank you so much.
Good night,
for hosting.
Minnie.
Good night.
Happy birthday, Minnie.
Oh, it's your
Oh,
birthday?
thank you.
Happy birthday.
Dirty Rollers, thanks for hanging out. Sheesh, indeed. We do have a post D&D chat. Usually we go from 11 to 11:30. Feel free to come say hi. I'll hang out for about 5 or 10 minutes. And please check us out on our socials. I'm going to be making maps on Tuesdays. We're going to play our next session next Wednesday. Appreciate you guys so much. We're going to be raiding out to another D&D channel. Give them some love if they're still awake. But until then, anything else you guys want to talk about before we go?
I just ponder the conversation about like the gods being good because of the lightning strike, and
Mhm.
I was thinking of